Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Nobody on the couch. Got a clean couch. Clean couch today, buddy.
Just us.
I wouldn't call it clean.
Yeah. We haven't actually
Cleaned
professionally
it?
cleaned it in a
vacuum
while.
it.
We're okay.
The cleaning
Oh,
lady.
there's some stank in there, though.
I see her vacuum it. You know, this arm, I don't know if you've noticed, this particular arm is completely, like, detached from the couch, and it shakes around.
People like to lean.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
like to get close to me.
And, I mean, arguably, we've had, it used to be nicknamed the Ouch Couch. I
Yep.
don't know if you guys remember that. We've had some heavy hitters on there, if you know what I'm saying.
If you showed someone the song Time for Bath,
Yes.
and
let's
they
talk
didn't
about
know
it.
the show,
Yes.
would they think it was just a bunch of
Yeah.
nonsense
Yes.
strung together?
You've opened my eyes to, do people want this? Like you said that, yeah. I was listening to the song.
Well, people
and
want
What
time
is
for
it?
bath.
But I guess I'm
It's
sorry.
just a bunch of
It
nonsense.
is a bunch of taxitude,
It is,
honey. What
yeah.
is that? I don't even. I remember I was reading an email from a woman, but like, this is a weird ass show, dude.
It is weird.
We have a weird ass show, but hey, welcome to it, taxitude, all you taxitude honeys.
So we did a boat cast earlier this week
Yes,
for
sir.
ACT, where we took my boat out to Blue Springs and showed Sam some manatees.
Some.
So
Yeah.
there was
Manatees.
100 manatees.
There were
out
not 100 manatees where we were.
It
The
said
sign said
manatee count.
129.
Yeah, it
By
said
the
it.
that
rover.
had gone through, yeah.
The
No,
sign
yeah,
says it.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway.
not quite what you sold to me.
But
There were a lot more in Crystal River. I gotta be honest with you. Like Crystal River, like Sam, like, it was like you couldn't even move. There were so many. It was like being
Yeah,
a
but-
warp tour.
whether there's 5 or 10,000, they just sit there like logs. And Daniel did read some
The
trivia
disrespect.
that they either are the most gentle, cowardice
Non-confrontational
animal
mammals.
of all time.
Yeah.
Look that up, Sam. It's like on Wikipedia
Well,
or
because
whatever.
I asked, do they fight each other? Like, do they fight over territory?
That's
or
what I typed
food?
in. Type in
Yeah.
do manatees are manatees hostile, I believe is what I said. And the passage that I read, I figured like where I found it, but it was basically like, no, manatees have absolutely no concept
Of competition.
That's it.
Yes.
They
Or
have,
aggression.
They don't
like,
know what that's
Like, they won't
not.
try to protect
they
their
do
babies.
not understand, and there is an absence of competition and fighting amongst manatees. They have no concept of hostility.
No.
They don't even compete for mates.
There it is.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
mate cooperatively in large herds with many males
Yeah.
and one female.
Easy
It's a
going orgy. Just an
gangbang.
easy going gangbang. Easy going orgy.
But you know what's weird
hey,
is that every
buddy,
other
come on over, start banging my
We
way.
need manatee
Totally
gangbang
fine.
shirts,
like every other animal,
and then we'll go to Springs.
it seems
Yeah.
will like
fuck you up if you touch their kid or your wife or husband.
or
right?
they'll compete for
Yeah.
sex, or if they have babies, they'll fight you to the death
No,
to protect
not the
them.
manatee.
Hey,
Hey, it's not that deep, brother. It's not that deep.
They're like nature's coward.
I mean,
you know.
we really.
They're nihilists,
But I
man.
think, yeah, they're just more like, that's
They
cool.
they just do nothing.
That's in a lot of ways, you have manatee qualities, sir. I mean, you're a very easygoing man.
So anyway, that is
You're a Tom Vanity.
Tuesday's ACT. Also, speaking of boats, the Tom and Dan Cruise coming up in September.
Yes.
You can go to tomanddancruise2024.com to book it. All you have to do is fill out the form. Tony from Ahoy Cruises, Tony or Deb will give you a call.
That's what we call him now. We don't even reference Tony being a part of the show anymore because, like, he
Oh,
is
he's-
so much better. Can we talk about that for a second?
Oh, he's
Tony
booking 'em
Palmiotti
crazy.
is so much better off. The worst thing he ever did was try to assist this podcast. He's so happy
No, he
now.
says that's what blew up his business.
Have you seen him lately? He looks
Yeah,
like
he
a
doesn't
million
need us
bucks.
anymore.
His hair is turning black again. Have you seen that?
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
aging in reverse.
Yeah, he's like
He's Benjamin Button.
Oh,
Buttoning.
that's died.
Tony Button.
I wasn't
No,
gonna
I'm
say
joking,
anything,
I'm
but no,
joking.
I see him in the hot tub with Deb. They're on the Virgin Mega boats.
Smooth and tan.
Yeah, he looks great. Go book a cruise with Tony because he's
Yeah,
living
well,
his
book our
best life.
cruise. That's what we need.
Yeah, book our cruise with Tony and come hang with us.
They got unlimited free drinks when you go through Tom and Dan and
Brand new
their
boat.
website.
The
Yeah,
MSC. Is it the Seashore?
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna mess me up.
I think that's our boat. I think I got it right because my memory's been working, man.
We're doing a live podcast, a bunch of meetups, beach party, casino.
Yeah.
You know, we do
and
it.
maybe an easygoing Manatee wife swap.
Yeah.
Seashore. You're right.
Yeah, maybe a little.
That
Mana-
happens.
Yeah,
Hey,
might
do what
get-
you
Hey,
want.
brother, come on in.
And we got Porch Fest coming up February 24th, which we'll be hosting a porch.
You didn't notice any of those old people when we were doing Boatcast? You didn't notice any of those old people at Blue Springs, like, uncomfortably passive-aggressively staring at us like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
are
but-
you doing here? You didn't notice any
They
of
were
that?
getting very close.
It's funny because
They
we're
almost shoulder checked.
Yeah,
us.
they
we're
were
young punks compared to
Yes, that's the vibe I got. Like they thought we were fooling around, and
fooling
they were
around.
very serious about going
yes,
to see their manatee watch.
because we had our mics and we're
We're
talking.
making jokes.
The little one, keep it down. I think I heard the little one say the F word for coitus. Yeah, they were like, and then every old
Well, it's
fuck in the
it's Tuesday
city,
at a state park. It's only old people there.
every old fuck in Florida brought their pee-pee dog there. There were more dogs than old people
That's
there.
true.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
were like, no
'Cause for-
exaggeration, 40 pee-pee dogs?
Yeah.
40? 50?
Each old person had 2 to 3.
Yeah, everybody had a dog. Also, Sam and I were talking about you when we were walking to Publix. We were talking shit about you.
All right,
Dude,
well,
you're-
I knew it.
Yeah, you could feel your ears burning. We were talking about how awesome
No,
your
no.
boat is and how if it were at a slip like that, I'd be in that thing all the time. We were talking about how
Oh,
it's
well, that's
amazing.
what everybody
And you're
says.
always talking about your boat's a hunk of shit. And they're like, no, it is awesome. We had the best day. I will say it. Best Tuesday recording day we've had in a minute. It like recharged our batteries. We got out in the sunshine. It was great, man. That boat's awesome.
No, I like my boat. It's just
I like
you
in
know,
the chat, they're like, you guys were kind of fooling around. We can't fool around while we're watching manatees?
Well,
Is
okay,
that like
I would
a
debate
super
that.
serious
What is-
place? It's not a museum.
what
We're
were we-
outside at a
what
state
were
Yeah,
park.
you're not
doing?
disturbing the manatees.
Yeah, we're
they'll
not
never
throwing
move.
rocks
Who
at
said
them.
that? Who said we
Our
were fooling
penny.
around? We were not
Yeah,
fooling
get 'em.
around. No, I
Yeah,
will attack
Yeah,
you. We were not fooling around.
You're not in an art museum. You're at a state park.
Yeah, it was fine.
We're not at the
And-
Louvre. I'm not super gluing my hand to an NBA basketball court like a fucking.
You
Oh,
know,
you're gonna make me
noise.
mad.
Well, I'm saying noise won't disturb them. They're not going to
No.
swim away.
Nothing
They're
can
floating.
disturb
They
them.
don't care
Boats-
about anything.
Boats don't even disturb them. They get hit by boats all the time, and they're fucking
They just
still
keep
there.
moving. Yeah, they keep moving.
And when you tear their backs up, they just like.
Yeah, they have- did you just
don't
hear
even
the
they
move.
just go, uh-oh.
Yeah, the
That's
first
it.
2 minutes they're talking about, they have no concept of anything. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't. It's nature. They're a fucking brain log. It's just a log.
It's like a jellyfish.
Yeah, it doesn't even know what's happening. We
Anyway.
were not fooling around. We were doing a show. We were doing our jobs. That's what I would say. My counter would be to that. We were doing our jobs. These old people, what were they
They
doing?
were kind of assholes.
Yeah, they were assholes.
They were like all lined up. They wouldn't move.
No.
It's like you've been staring at the same manatee for half an hour. Can you move so somebody else can get up to the front?
Yeah.
Like they were holding their place all day.
And are you picking up all the waste that your fucking dogs are shit? No, you're not. I know you're not.
And you're rolling over Tom's toes with your
Well, that,
with
okay.
your
So
scooter.
That I enjoyed.
So earlier this week, we get a email from Deborah from Fairvilla Megastore.
Yes.
Because
Wednesday. It was
It
Wednesday.
was Wednesday. Okay.
I don't
So-
think
I
she-
had one day, less than 24 hours to prepare.
I don't think she put me on this, and I felt a little insulted.
I
No,
think
no,
you
no.
guys
We
were
were
all
all
on
on there.
Yeah, I didn't see myself.
So
I felt excluded and sad.
we got a story on this Monday's BDM show, but this all ties in. So Deborah was like, "Well, Brendan was going to host our event,
Their Valentine's Day
their
event.
Valentine's
yeah.
Day event that they were going to have,
Yeah.
and so but Brendan got the flu.
Cocktail
So-
party.
He was, by the way, Brendan was supposed to be here today too, but
Yeah.
again, he's still
Yeah.
sick.
So so he's got the flu, so couldn't. So Deborah was like,
an empty chair.
asking if one of us would like to host. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but I am a horrible host of things.
You're a host of a show right now. You're hosting right now.
See, I would
Well,
say,
then you should know.
I would disagree. I would say
Case in point.
I would say you are an average host that hates hosting.
Okay, all right.
Because you're not a horrible host.
It's
Well,
all
it depends.
subjective.
If I
Cards
give
and
you-
kegs.
if I hold on a second. You know what?
Have you been
That
to
one I
Service and
can't even
Sons?
fucking help because I did hear that you did a horrible job with
He
cards and
basically
kegs.
just let me host it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
all I do is scream and make inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, and then go, I'm sorry.
I said someone on the couch had leukemia at Service and Sons. Which only Richard Herron laughed at him. And he's the only one who appreciated it. I'm sure everyone else and anybody that has been touched by the horrible disease of leukemia was probably pretty upset. Anyway,
Oh my god.
so Deborah's like, can anybody host? And then I immediately got nervous.
And it
I
was
was like,
literally the next night.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make a fool of myself.
Wasn't Brendan supposed to do it as Brenda from Bithlow?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was gonna do the,
Oh, yeah.
the
In
whole
a character,
the drag
yeah.
gimmick,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you've ever seen Brenda,
Yeah.
but wherever
Yeah.
she goes, she's
Yeah.
like she's the life of the party.
And then if you show up expecting Brenda from Bithlow and get Tom from Castleberry,
yeah.
not as good.
It is big shoes to fill.
And I'm stumbling through mispronouncing
Smaller
every.
Oh, you got to say all these
Yeah.
sponsors. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Smaller
Like,
tits
Yeah.
too, and they're all easy
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
You know, like
Every sponsor
none
I
of
mess
the-
up.
Yeah, none of the vibe manufacturers or lube companies have
hard to pronounce names.
They all have weirdo names.
And I'm like, Fairvilla Megastore.
No, don't say MAGA store.
Well, if you say MAGA store, you'll get way more people.
That's true.
You idiot. You've been doing it. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm here for the flags.
So Sam, luckily for me, said
Needs money. So she said yes.
She's like, I'll do it.
She's planning
and
a
then I'm
lot
like,
of
yes.
adventures and trips. She just
I
picked up a
need
new
that
member
money.
of her household. The dog's
Yeah.
another mouth to feed.
That's
She's got to
right.
get some, just some dog food and some Ireland trip monies.
So Sam, how was it last night?
It was amazing.
All right.
Oh, nice.
One of the best events I've ever been
Well, they
to.
do a great job.
Yeah, I've been to a couple Fairvilla events before, and honestly, I feel like they just get better every time I go. This was an all-out, they had such amazing food, like a food spread. They had an ice cream sundae bar.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
With
old
different
school
flavored lubes you
extravaganza,
could
yeah.
get.
It is
as
old
toppings.
school. You don't really get
Two
the-
bars, free drinks,
Yeah.
free food, free prizes. I was going around giving people prizes for
Yeah.
trivia questions. They had a
That's-
photo booth. They had tarot card readings. I was just like, this is how you throw an event.
Yeah, Deborah and
Yeah,
her
yeah.
team, they like to
But-
stack it up, and that is a very old style way of throwing a party.
But we
do that.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
they still have that.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna do a proper, really give everybody a insane
Yeah.
value
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they show up.
And I know you
Yeah, 'cause
love them.
it was a free event.
I know
I
you
know,
love
yeah.
them because they are, and they knew that we probably. They said, hey, we don't know if you guys can make the event, but they
Right.
like Deborah brought us I know you love gift bags, so does Deborah. They always give you a little something with something in it, like they're always, they do a great job.
So, and you also
And people like to dress spicy when they come to
Yeah.
Fairvilla events, so
Asses.
that's always nice.
So-
asses hanging out.
you did some trivia, right?
I did do
Okay.
trivia.
And
So it was all like Valentine's themed, right? But that could be anything. But some of them were spicier questions.
I
And
couldn't even
it
get
went,
all of them.
It went from everywhere from like super easy question. Well, what I thought, the easier questions that I asked, more people got wrong than the hard ones.
It's because we live in a world where nobody trusts each other.
Yeah. So, they
when
think
you
it's
ask
a
me an
trick
easy question, I'm like, she's trying to make me look like an imbecile.
Well,
Right?
the
I think
very
that's what
first
everybody
question
does.
that's super easy to me
Okay.
was Julia Roberts was only 21 years old when she played Vivian Ward in what movie?
Pretty woman.
Okay.
How do you not know that? This girl that
oh,
I
you
asked,
were gonna say bitch.
she was a very nice lady, but it pissed me off that she was like, "Who is Julia Roberts?" And then I was like,
oh, she's trying to
"How
make you
old
look
are you?"
older. Yeah. That's a good flex to make people
I
feel
felt
old.
so old at this. I felt so old at
they're
this
like,
event.
Who put the
Yes!
old yeah, I know. We knew what happened.
I know,
This lady turns
yeah.
to her friend and goes, "Who put the old hag on the
Yeah,
question?"
who's Julia Roberts?
Yeah, that
and I
was-
was like, "What?"
That was
I've
a
been-
flex.
I've been waiting for this moment on the show for a long
For me
time.
to finally feel old.
Yeah, I knew that one day I was like, just time. Eventually,
We'll take care of it, yeah.
we will. Like one day,
Yeah.
Sam will call herself old.
You didn't know it would be the
I've
Fairvilla
been, I've been,
teenagers.
listen, I've
Just
been
gotta
in
wait
the
it out.
Mima lifestyle for a little while now, buddy. I've fully gone in.
She just
but-
acquired a pee-pee dog that wears sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I guess Julia Roberts is an
Old.
old
Yes.
actress.
Dude, Julia Roberts
She's
is
not in anything
is she
current that
60?
anyone knows.
Yeah.
Is she 60?
Probably Probably in her 50s.
50,
Yeah.
55?
But she's pushing 60. I
Now,
think,
here's another one that I also was like, and then I started asking people before I asked the question, how old are you first, before I ask you this question.
Oh,
But
that's
I'm-
another old person thing to do, though.
Yeah, it is.
How old
But
are
I'm just
you?
like, hey, I'm trying to give you guys free
Yeah,
stuff.
You can't have a
What
prize.
rock classic was Bon Jovi's first #1 hit? And remember, it's Valentine's Day themed.
Shot through the heart.
Okay,
Love
yeah,
a bad
yeah.
name.
You
give
give
love a bad name.
name.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Nobody got that one.
Oh, Tom would have even gotten that one. I'll give you that one, dude. You would have gotten that one.
Yeah, because
You'd have worked it out the title,
eventually, because going through the catalog, I was like, love.
You love that song, too.
Yeah.
Now, here's some of the spicier questions
Ooh,
that
yeah.
I found interesting. And let's see if you guys know these answers. Approximately how many, this is multiple choice, by the way. Approximately how many nerve endings does the clitoris have? 4,000?
Whoa, hold on.
6,000?
I was ready to guess, and that was way more than
Yeah.
I thought.
I was going to go 18.
I was in the dozens.
So we got 4,000, 6,000, or 8,000.
Okay.
I feel like this is another trick question to make me look like a sexual imbecile.
Oh, do you know the answer?
No, I don't know the answer.
So-
but if it's higher, it makes me feel like I can lick a little less hard, right? If it's like 12,000 nerve endings, I mean, look, I'm going to slow down on that thing.
Well, I'm going to go with the middle just because I'm
Yeah.
thinking that...
That's what you want all our clients to do. 'Cause it is a proven... It is a
That's his
proven...
whole-
down the secret!
His whole business model
It's
is
not a secret. All the YouTubers are doing it now with their videos. They're like, I see it. It's for everything. Mr. Beast is like, if you want to make your videos get the most downloads, give them 3 selections, and the one in the middle will be the one they pick every
Yeah.
time because it's just the way it works.
Genius.
It's just being a human. So
you're going to go with
stupid.
6,000?
I'm going to go big boy and just say, like, it's the...
The highest,
The
8,000.
highest,
It
8,000.
is, in fact, the highest, 8,000.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would
okay.
know
Oh.
because I lick it
Come
all
on,
the time.
Let's see. We have
Is that a lot compared to, like, your fingertips? Is it more
Or your
than...
tongue. I would have compared to your tongue, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, how many taste buds does your tongue have? It's millions,
Well,
right? Or thousands?
We're
or-
talking nerve endings, though. Taste buds are... I think
Aren't
your
the
tongue...
taste buds are the nerve endings of the tongue?
I think, like, even, like, when you pierce your tongue, it doesn't hurt that
There's
much.
only 3,000 nerve endings in your fingertip.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's more than
God.
double that's in your
Jesus,
fingertip.
You got a
Okay.
double finger down there.
That's why you got to do the old DJ.
What is that?
What
Wow.
percentage of, this is another multiple choice, what
Okay.
percentage of people are fans of talking dirty during sex?
Oh, my God. I wish Andrew was, but I don't get any of that. So for me and him, it's a
yeah.
zero on this side of the room.
All right.
I know
Yeah,
you do,
dead
though. I know
silent.
you, and I know you're, like, spitting in his mouth.
Come
and-
on.
Well, that's not dirty talk.
Yeah, but I know it leads to that. You're like, you fucking
So
little
we
whore.
got-
You my little whore? Yeah, you're dirty little whore,
Come
aren't
on,
you? Yeah,
come
eat
on.
my shit.
What am I, Vince McMahon? We got 58%, 34%, or 75%.
What was the center one?
58.
I'm going low, 34.
I'm going to go 34, too.
It's 58. 58%.
really?
More than
Wait,
half.
more than half? No
More than
way.
half.
I don't believe that. I don't
Yeah.
believe that.
And
You
damn
mean to
near
tell me?
60%.
Are they just
You
saying
mean
one
to
thing?
tell me that our
Like,
friend?
if you just say the one thing.
Do you mean to tell me that I'm just thinking of 50 higher? It's almost 60%.
Mm.
Do you think that? What's his name from Oh Dang Hummus? Jesse. Do you think he talked? I didn't like. I'm just
Why
trying
would
to.
you bring him
I'm
up?
just
God
picking.
damn.
I'm just picking. I'm just picking people that I
You
know.
text me. He's like, "Why'd you bring me up with them during
I
this?"
didn't say anything. I'm just saying. I'm thinking of the friends of people I know. Jeff Howe,
Yeah, okay,
Jesse
yeah.
from Odang,
Yeah.
Tuttle, you, me.
Well, Tuttle definitely.
Sam,
so-
I know.
Oh, Tuttle's,
Sam
man,
is
the
a dirty
worst.
talker, I believe, and that's just my assumption. You can
What
say
about
no.
people that sit in here? Seth?
Seth
Definitely is.
definitely is.
Brendan? I say
definitely is.
Have you-
Definitely
Ross? I think
Definitely
it is.
is. Definitely
Yeah.
is.
Have you guys?
Because he'll find me right now, just so you know, Ross does not like that I'm dying on the hill that squirt is pee. He does not like that. And I think he
Oh, it's gonna come to blows.
it will. He bristles a little bit on it. And have you noticed I pull back when he's here? I just it's like politics. He's just like there's certain things you just don't talk about with people, right? Because you don't need to. He's still one like I love the guy. He's one of my friends, but like I know that he doesn't share in my belief that it is 1% Skeens fluid and 99% piss.
Have you guys seen Saltburn?
So is it? I have, yeah. Is it is Skeen the female skeet?
Skeen. Yeah.
All right.
Skeens fluid. I may be saying that, or maybe skins. Skeen, I
I
believe.
think it's Skeen. That sounds like Skeen.
Skeens fluid.
But I didn't
You
know.
know who taught me that is Logic Man Andy. Is the one who taught me that it's 1% Skeens fluid. It's the best it can ever be.
Just texted him yesterday. He was
I love
telling
that
me
guy.
He's going to Thailand, going to a bunch of worldwide
I
adventures.
know why you go to Thailand.
He's going.
You know why you go
he's
to
going
Thailand?
to the Seychelles too.
Oh, you know why you go to Thailand? So you can bounce like a man. I want to do my rap song before I claim this on. When we went to the Melrose Center, I was very inappropriate when we were there, and I told our good friend rapper E-Turn, we're going to play her music later in the show. I told her that I want to write a rap song called Shitting on Him Like Vince.
Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, that will work.
It would work.
Well,
Shitting like Vince, shitting on him like Vince, straight shitting on him like Vince,
Yeah.
with the doo-doo in your hair.
yeah, we're in the library. You know,
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Safe space.
Yeah, they love artists.
Yeah,
So,
safe space. There were
space.
safety
I
pins
told someone-
everywhere. There were safety pins everywhere. I've never felt safer.
So
Let me just give one more question.
I like these.
Because I liked this question because it kind of blew my mind. Again, multiple choice. The average speed of ejaculation is
Oh, I think it's really fast.
15 miles per hour, 36 miles per hour, or 28 miles per hour. How fast is that skeet coming out?
My God.
all
There's like
way
a Back to
higher
the-
than I thought.
15,
There's it comes
36,
out
or
fast.
28.
There's a Back to the Future joke here, right?
Where
you hit the right one, you disappear off your bed or something.
it leads to a fire trail. I'm gonna go 15. The others seem way too
I think
fast.
it's the what'd you say? You said
15, 36, and 28.
I think the 28. I think it's 28.
In
'cause
some
I think
videos I see, it's all different. Like
yeah, this is the average.
The
They are all
reality.
different.
I think you bring the average down because you're a dribbler, right?
Oh, do you dribble?
Are you a shooter or a dribbler?
Okay, I'm not.
It's a basketball
I'm not
reference.
talking about it.
No. This has been in male lexicon for years. You're either a shooter or a dribbler, and
Well-
I am a shooter, sir.
Well, I think that everybody starts out as a shooter, but with
Oh.
time.
Hold on, I have an inflamed
So it
prostate.
slows down to a dribble?
I have an
it's-
inflamed prostate. It took me $2,800 to get that thing scanned for 2 hours, and they told me, "Yep, it's red hot." And mine is still shooting like it
Okay,
is.
all
It's
right,
shooting
well-
like the guns on the Rust set.
I just think that I thought that it just eventually all
Full ammunition.
you lose
Live
power.
ammo on the Rust
How
set.
far do you think you could go?
Well, that I have. It has decreased. When I was a younger man, I could probably do 3.5 feet.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I could
something.
go
Across the room.
I could go here to right before the couch. I couldn't hit the couch, but I get right before the couch.
We need to put some construction paper.
Test this theory.
Like Seaman Max. Only certain people will get that joke, and that's it. I'll leave it there.
All right. So, 28 miles per hour is the correct
Whoa,
answer.
wow.
28
I was
miles
right
per hour
again.
is the
I told
average.
you,
So
I'm
there's
the-
people that do way faster.
I think I'm the most perverted on the show. I think all of this knowledge just lies inside of
you
me.
could have won a lot of really good prizes last night.
I do think I know a lot about this sort of stuff. I think about the most disgusting and horrible things all the time. Like weirdo
Don't
little
admit that.
baby immature things, you know? Like
So-
even my daughter's more mature than me.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
She's more mature than everyone in this room.
Look, she straight up, they both think I am a complete and utter idiot. My family thinks
You're a
I
baby.
am.
You're the baby
Well,
of the family.
I am because I'm going on this trip. You know, I'm going on this concert. I'm going to this concert tonight to see John Moreland play in Ponte Vedra. And both of them like Andrea's like they're both like, you gonna pack your bag? Do you make sure you put underwear?
Like you're a
Did you
baby.
get a pair of socks? Are you gonna need a charger for your
Did
Apple
you pack
Watch?
your toothbrush?
Yeah, do you need a charger? No, they already put it. Maisie went ahead. I'm not kidding you, Sam.
This would make me feel bad if,
It makes me feel like a fucking
as an
idiot.
adult, everybody had
Now-
to feel like they had to pack for me.
Maisie said she wanted to help Andrea help me pack. And I'm like, okay, that's cute. They were going to get out of the bag for me. Oh, that's cute.
Okay, yeah,
They
that-
didn't do that, though. They got an adopt kit, and then Andrea and Maisie, they got an adopt kit. They put toothbrush, mini deodorant.
They put your weed in
Yeah,
there.
mini shampoo. I put my weed in there. They put like mini shampoo, they put like mini conditioner, loofah, like they're all, and I'm like, please stop. Please stop. Stop doing it.
Or they're trying to take care of their husband and dad. It's like, you know.
That's
it's
not
like,
why
that's
they're doing
something-
it. They're doing it because they think I'm a fucking idiot. That's why they're doing
Well, I'm
it.
trying to be nice. Well, why do you think you know why?
You could spin it if you don't want to feel bad about
Is she
yourself.
in
You
there?
could spin it and say, "Hey, I'm treated like a king. Everybody waits on
Yeah,
me and
yeah,
does
yeah.
everything."
Yeah,
for
everybody
me.
says that. and
They're
then
washing the king's feet, not because
Yes.
he
No,
can do it.
That's
but
Mr.
because-
Rogers. He was washing
Don't
the
do
black
that,
guy's
yeah.
feet.
No, but
Which wasn't
Now, I blame Andrea, and here's why.
I blame her too.
I blame Crystal when she tells me I can't do anything on myself.
blaming on the women.
I
today.
used to think that was you. I really used to think that was you until I realized that no, it's both of us. And I would dare I say that mine I think is even worse because they don't even like. They don't even like. It's too far gone. It's like they're like kind of we have to do this because he's that far of an idiot.
Well, but the problem is she's always done it for you progressively to the point where you stop learning how to do it yourself because someone's doing it for you.
They wrote the directions to the place on a
why are you going to learn? I mean, keep on
keep on learning, baby.
Crystal does this with driving. Like, I'll be driving, and then she's like, you missed the exit, you idiot. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, well, you get mad at me when I tell you how to drive. And I'm like, but every time I get in the car with you, you tell me how to drive. So then I'm like, well, this is going to, I'm just now going to be told. So you have to tell me when you turn your GPS talking off.
Right.
Yeah.
Andrea said that, like, I was packing everything up. Like, so I was like, I even told her, I was like, I got it. I got everything. It's fine. And like, not in a mean way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling them, like, it's not like it's not appreciated, but I know what you're doing. You're not doing it because you're like, hey, he's the best daddy and he deserves this. You're doing it because you don't trust me to do it because you think I'm a fucking idiot.
You know you're not capable.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. So even Andrea, she said this one. She goes, now you do know that, and this is the type of voice she was using, which does make it worse. And maybe I'm amplifying this because I'm an emotional person, but just roll with it.
Yeah.
Look, this is the presentation you're getting. And she goes, so you do know that when you park at the hotel that, you know, take everything out or lock it in your trunk because I'm like, God damn. I'm 50 fucking, I'm almost 50. I'm 47 years old. I keep saying 50. I'm 47 years old.
This happens to old men. They revert back to babies. Their wives.
That's why Benjamin Button went back to a baby.
And then
maybe that was the whole analogy of the movie.
I'm thinking, well, yeah, that happens. And then the wife ends up literally taking care of the old man like a baby.
Do I still get to suck her tits like a baby?
Yeah, it goes back.
Yeah, it goes back.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. If
This
it
is
is
the
with
natural-
No
sucking
milk,
tits,
though. No milk.
I don't want the milk. I'm beyond the milk. I don't
Yeah.
need that now.
But then if the wife dies early in some sort of
what do I do?
The baby old man is stuck. Like I don't know what happened.
No.
Yeah, I think that's why.
That's why they get lost in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or they have to immediately try to find another caretaker, so they run out there and try to find any
Marry
old
any
lady.
young
Yeah.
girl that's gonna last.
Not
Oh,
even
the
young,
Dog the
old.
Bounty Hunter, where I'm marrying Andrea's best friend,
Yes,
Moon,
yeah.
Moon
You have to
Fry,
go,
or
you have to
Moon.
go with the friend because that's the only other woman you know. Or
someone at church.
Andrea's
Yeah.
only friend is one of her Detroit friends, and her name was Big Becky.
You have to go and see Big Becky with us. Someone's got to take care of you.
I'll be living in the D with Big Becky.
You cannot take care of yourself after a certain amount of time.
It does feel like that, but it's being passed down. You know that. You know how you always were, and I didn't mean to launch into this topic right now during this. It's supposed to be the fun, like, hey, we're talking about the week and everything. I know that you talk a lot about how you'll be like, Crystal's indoctrinated my boys, or indoctored rather. I don't want the listeners will get mad. There's been indoctrination here with the boys with their vegetarian. Like you've said these things before. It is happening with Maisie, where now Maisie is growing up, looking at me. I believe like, oh yeah, I need to do these things for my small, weak,
handicapped
dad. No, dad.
Oh yeah, okay.
Dad. Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the worst thing I can do to her, though, is they do say that she will fall in love with somebody like her father, right? So now she will be attracted to men with tempers who are like hideously tiny and weak.
You know,
right?
It's funny you say that because
Or the opposite. She goes total opposite.
Yeah. Well, let's hope. Let's
Gotta
hope.
go one or the other.
Yeah. Just go gay.
There you go.
You make daddy happy.
Go for a woman.
Yeah. Totally fine. Tall woman. Dude, just like that.
All right, let's take a break.
I did a lot of bad there, didn't I?
No.
Your wife is in the chat.
Oh, no.
So you're leaving immediately after the show, going down, and where's the concert again?
It's in
Not Poinciana.
Pontevedra.
Okay.
Pontevedra.
Where's that?
Andrea is in there. So, Andrea, you wouldn't say that, not to make an argument on the show, but you wouldn't say that you overhelp at all?
Well,
overhelping. There's such a thing as overhelping, right? Like when the person has it, but then repeat the steps to the person while they're doing it so many times where the person wants to kill themselves while they're loading their bag, like that sort of thing.
This is up by Jacksonville where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's north.
Yeah, it's north.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where I'm going. I just get in my car and it's like, I mean, he could be driving me into a volcano. I don't know.
So, and then you're watching the concert and then just going back to the hotel and
getting a little
coming
shut
back.
eye.
Dad's night out.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to anybody else, or is it dead silent the whole time? Do
I've
you chirp
decided.
to other people
I think
around
I probably
you?
will chirp.
You know,
I'll chirp the bartender. For
you
sure.
got a normal seat.
I have like a really good seat. It's not like an expensive ticket. Although what's embarrassing is that my seat, I think, was like $25. You know, it's like a really cheap ticket. And it's like third row, like right near the stage. But like on StubHub now, they're like $70. I'm like, good God, man. That is just stupid.
I can't even comprehend doing this. Going to a concert
I can't either.
by
I've never
myself.
done this.
Yeah.
I'm only doing this because I really love this musician, this singer-songwriter. I'm going to see a singer-songwriter called John Moreland. You can look him up on Spotify. I wouldn't say it's the most uplifting music, but it's like singer-songwriter, really heartfelt songs about life, you know, and I like that kind of stuff. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and I had the opportunity to buy a ticket. Nobody wanted to go with me. It was like one of those things. Sam and I were talking about that.
You never went to concerts by yourself when you were younger?
I have never been to. I mean, like, I don't count when I was in bands and I would show up to like support my friends' bands.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
But I've never gone. Maybe when Andrea and I were dating, maybe one of my friends' punk rock bands was playing at Will's and I'd go up there, but I don't even count that.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I'm
That's
like
surprising to me.
leaving my family and I'm going to go and take in a show and then go back to a little hotel. And also, Pop was amazed that I don't even have to see anybody in my hotel.
Oh, yeah, we're telling me about this. Now it's all through your phone, and then you just pick the hotel room, and then there's no
You
more
can
front
unlock the
desk.
door with your phone.
Zero
yeah.
human interaction whatsoever. I mean, it's literally $115, $120. And then it's a Hampton Inn, and you log in and you tell, and then they show you the floor plan, and then first they ask you which floor, and I was like, well, I don't want to be waiting in an elevator forever. Put me on the second floor, and they're like, boom, pick the floor, pick your room. They show the whole floor plan. I had every room was open. I'm like, all right, I'll take this one by the elevator, and then they're like, sending your key now, and then my phone was like, boop, and it was like, all right. And I guess when it's check-in time, my phone activates, and I just hold it up, and I walk in and lay down.
It makes sense because every time I do go to the front desk to check in, and then they type something in the computer and then hand me some plastic key card.
What takes a long time, too,
but
right?
It's
just
wasteful, too.
I was like, did this transaction need to happen?
Right.
I don't think it did.
Remember back in the day when you'd have to return the key? To the
No,
desk?
Okay,
yeah.
let's talk about that for a second.
I
I got
remember
yelled at by, like, it may have been not really yelled at, but like may have been your wife or Andrea or somebody. I have never in the history of living at my age right now ever taken a key back. It was always as soon as I was checking out, I
key
would
card.
I would just be like, oh, checkout's at 11, and I would just leave with the key in my pocket and drive home and be like,
yeah,
that's fine.
Or
You don't need to check out, right?
There was
Somebody yelled at me and said, no, you're supposed to return those keys and tell the people that you've exited. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
There was a time between regular actual keys, because you're old enough to remember getting a key to a motels.
There's still some places that do the old school
That's
system.
not
that
a
way.
diss. He is correct.
Yeah.
I remember
Me too.
when
I
we did that
Boutique
little-
hotels still do that too.
Yeah.
When you didn't have a light on the door, it was literally a physical lock-in key. Yeah.
And then that you would have to go return. And then when the hotels or motels made the transition to key card, the early stages, you were encouraged to bring your key card back to them because it still cost them money. It was before like
But when I started
Chinese
seeing
plastic,
it,
or it was just like, we'll print 1 million cheap key cards. But they used to have some like girth to them.
They were thicker.
Like Fish Boys.
Because there was like an actual chip in that thing, a big chip.
The 90s.
And then they started printing like Pizza Hut on them and stuff. And then I'm like, I'm not
They had to get it sponsored.
This is trash.
It's like 10% off if you get delivery in your hotel room.
We have to do that, right? We're like, hey, we wanted to get those light cards to keep the lights on in our cruises. Get them sponsored by Fairvilla. We're like,
true.
we have to.
100%.
Yeah, that's how it works, man. That's just business.
All right, well, let's take a break. When we come back, I have a story for you. It was super awkward that happened last night. You guys, will, I think was funny. We'll also talk to Krystine. She's out at Megacon.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but
we're gonna
amazing
check
things
in.
about this.
And if
man.
you're out there this weekend, go see Eric Pabone. He's got a tent out there.
Yeah, like Pabone has, man, yeah, he's going to be out there all weekend. Go there and support amazing local artists by buying some of their great wares. Let's see who we have here. The name of the band. You would have thought somebody would have taken this name before. This is Dead Poet Society with the
they were
song.
just playing last night.
Yeah, they were just playing. Here in town.
I think it was Tampa.
I think.
Oh
you're
no, it was
right.
St. Pete. Yeah.
Yeah, around that area. But yeah, the name of the song is My Condition. It's brand new. We'll be right back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
Maybe if I make all the money, I could afford to be anything other than angry. I don't mean to be bitter, but I think that it might be starting to get to me that I could be all lose myself to get it all my way. But when I call, nobody comes. I gave it all, and now you're gone. So baby, tell me what you want. I want dirty, dirty rich, babe. Dirty, dirty rich. I want pop money hits, babe. Pop money hits. I want dancing in the dark, another cheap bar. I want everything and nothing all at once. I want everything and nothing all at once. I want everything and nothing all at once. Dirty, dirty rich, babe. Dirty, dirty rich. I want pop money hits, babe. Pop money hits. I want dancing in the dark, another cheap bar. I want everything and nothing all at once. I want everything and nothing all at once. I want everything and nothing all at once.
The name of the song is Pop Money Hits from the Greeting Committee. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. Sam's here and on the line with us.
She's not on the line yet.
Oh.
She said to give her 2 minutes and she'll call in.
Okay, cool.
I think she's making her way out to the beer garden.
All right.
This is like, what's his name that we talked to? Keith David.
Keith David.
Oh, yeah. Who's out at Megacon?
Yeah, he's out of
Yes.
Megaton. He's out of
For reasons I don't know. Again, I still haven't figured it
Yeah.
out. I'm like, do they like it? How much money could they make?
It was also weird that Keith David
do
couldn't
you
talk
think?
to us at the time. We were calling him, right? We were calling him a bunch of times.
Right.
And then he called us back and he's like, I can't talk right now. Can you give me 10 minutes? And we're like, sure. And then he called us back. I'm like, well, why didn't you just do it then?
I
Right.
think it's old school media. Like he's probably used to a certain, the radio
Well,
interviews.
he's very
and-
polite.
Do people even want that?
Right. The answer is no. But we need to find out, what do they make?
It's going to be different for everyone because
Yeah.
there's like different tiers of celebrities.
Yeah.
You get your base pay for making the appearance, and then you get to like price out your own merch and like how much you want to get for like a
pictures
photo.
of-
Yeah, like,
Does
didn't
it
our
even give
buddy-
you an idea? Like, is there any information online of like
I'd
how
have to like
much-
click
each
each
one
individual,
are-
and then you don't know how much they're getting paid by
Didn't
Megacon.
Pabone and our buddy Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones is out there. He's selling his got caricature sculptures. So like if you have a something in pop culture that you really love and you want a sculpture of it, he can you can commission one and he can make you one. Pabone does like custom art. You know, those guys are all out there. But didn't Jeff Jones say that there are many people that like buy the booth and he's like, I don't see how they're. You know, it's like, hey, I was the guy that played I was the puppeteer for the Anaconda in the movie Anaconda, and like
Sure.
nobody shows up, and
Yeah,
it's
that-
sad.
well, that's obscure. But like,
but I think it happens a lot.
what's the like a mid-range actor or actress?
Kane Hodder.
Oh, who is that?
He wasn't a speaking role, but he was the beefier Jason with the mask. He was Jason.
Okay.
Nobody knows who the hell he is. But I mean, they do in that world.
Big
but
horror
like,
fans,
Yeah,
yeah.
big horror fans do. But like, if you ask anybody on the street, and
Yeah,
say, like,
no one's gonna know.
You know who Kane Hodder is? They don't know who he is.
But you know what? Like that doesn't really make my point because that person may do it for the money. I'm talking about the person that has made some money, and then it's like, what motivates them? What kind of number motivates them to do these megacons? Is it 10 G's? Is it 50 G's? That's what I want to know.
Right.
And it's hard. I guess we'll never know the real answer. But
Unless we
I
knew
wanna know
somebody that works
close.
behind the scenes.
I'll let you do this because you like to do the whole like on the line thing.
PigTits Krystine
Wow.
is on the line. How
Straight
you doing,
out the
Krystine?
gate.
Oh, that's a nickname.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for calling in. We appreciate the time. How are things out at MegaCon Orlando
Guys, it is crazy out here.
Is there a
They
ton
are
of
saying that it is going to be 140,000 people
Ooh,
Holy crap.
attending
a
this
lot of
weekend at
people.
Megacon. That is 50,000 more than last year, making this the second largest convention for comic book nerds, other
Oh, wow.
than San Diego.
Wow. So how, have you walked by any celebrities out there? I want to know about the picture line, the process.
Yeah.
Because that makes me super awkward.
Yeah, so I am standing in front of Tom Hiddleston's line right now. That is Loki.
Yes.
He is currently at a panel, so he's not out here right now, but they have everything blocked off. Fans are already lining up, sitting in his line. I think he comes out in about an hour or two. And they are getting pictures taken by Marty McFly. Ewan McGregor is also sold out. He's right next door to Tom Hiddleston, so that is all the Star Wars nerds. So I'm kind of like right in the middle of everybody.
Wow.
Really,
Ewan
like,
McGregor's there?
fangirling out.
dude, this year
Yeah.
is stacked. I'm telling you.
What do they pay old McGregor?
I don't know. I always get Ewan McGregor and Kiefer Sutherland mixed up until I realized Kiefer's more the drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So, Krystine,
Don't sleep on 24 though. Damn good show.
What's-
Yeah, first season.
what's the process of you pay someone?
It's like going to see Santa. You pay and then you just get in line.
Get in line, right?
Yeah, they have, okay, so you pre-purchase either photo ops or signatures. So this is the photo op line here. So there's a bunch of black curtains set up so you can't actually see them. There are times that are posted in the app to let you know when they come in. So there is a group photo with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, so Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's going for about $400 for a photo op. And that one sold out immediately. So I think they are
It's big money,
today
Tom.
and tomorrow
And it's a
around
group.
3 o'clock.
It's like you and the band photo.
Yeah, it's like his-
Yeah.
It's
a high
like
school
the-
football team
yeah.
where it's like 30 people.
Here are your 23, 24 Atlanta
No, it
Falcons.
is. You can have up to 4 people in your photo, but this is a group photo with those two. So they have like pairings. So you get, there's like 3 or 4 of the Stranger Things kids here doing group photos. You get the entire cast of Back to the Future here doing a group photo.
I want Millie Bobby Brown and Drake in mine.
Well, no,
That's what I want.
Well, Michael J. Fox isn't there, right?
Yeah, he's there.
He's
Yeah,
there.
He's there.
there.
And Christopher
Yes,
Lloyd.
we
Yeah.
just walked by
They're
Leah
both there.
Thompson just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
there.
I didn't know Michael J. Fox
Yeah,
had the
he's
whole.
there.
No,
Yeah. Everyone that's famous is in Orlando right now. Travis Scott, Kanye West, Michael J. Fox,
Megacon.
all the
Christopher
NFL.
Lloyd, all
Ray
the NFL
Wilson's
players,
there.
all the
Where are
Kelseys,
they
Taylor
at?
Swift is here, Taylor Swift's mom.
Leah Thompson's there.
Yeah, everyone is here. Biff is here, and
Yeah,
Biff's
Tom
son,
Wilson.
and Biff's son. He does fantasy football. He's a fantasy football podcast called Betting with Biff.
I did not know
Yeah.
there's that many.
William Shatner.
If
Shatner!
if they nuked Orlando right now,
Your
no
favorite-
entertainment on the globe.
So, okay.
And
now,
Krystine, are you dressed up right now, or are you in your normal
I am in full sweaty cosplay today, and I will
Yes.
be again tomorrow.
Awesome. I'm glad, because I thought maybe you would be like.
hold on.
you know,
What are you dressed as?
Today I am Peli Moto, the mechanic from The Mandalorian, Amy Sedaris' character. I've got a
Oh,
Grogu
yeah.
with
Oh.
me.
You're a
full
lot
jumpsuit
hotter than
and
Amy
wig.
Sedaris in that. You're a lot
Not
more
right
attractive than Amy Sedaris in that. That's the only one in Mandalorian that I was like, that wig. Why she got that horrible Weird Al
I loved
Yankovic
it. I
wig
love the
on?
wig.
Oh, it's terrible.
I love it.
Terrible. It looked like plastic.
Yeah.
Are your space wrenches squished?
Wow.
Sorry.
I know what that
apologize.
means.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know it. You should have said. You should have said. Did you put your BB9s out?
Anyway.
I said 9s because they're bigger.
So, Krystine, what else? The panels that go on, are those free to attend, or do you have to pay for those too? What's the ticket cost for the weekend?
Yeah, so it ranges. Kids under 3 get in free, I believe. Anywhere from like $30 to $70 to get in, depending on the day and the age. They sell out pretty quickly when you're looking at like family passes and VIP passes. But you can get, I think I paid like $50 to get in for tomorrow and like $40 for today. So nothing crazy, with a youth ticket for my oldest daughter to come in because she's under 18.
Gotcha.
Most everything. Panels are usually included. There are a few special events that you have to pay extra for. There's a Japanese maid cafe that's always extra, always sells out after parties. You pay extra for those. But no, all the panels are free, so you can do anything from learning how to play D&D or learning how to make cosplay. The celebrity panels, there's one right now with Sean Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy. His started a few minutes ago.
Oh, nice.
And it's just a matter of getting in line and listening to them speak.
And then do you get to ask questions? Is that where you get the clips of the people that are like, excuse me, James Gunn, and they're like, is there a reason for a particular type of casting to use there? And why did you go with the off-green makeup instead of the traditional hunter green makeup? Right? Don't they like?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, there's a lot of fan interactions here, which makes it so fun because it's a super like low bar to entry.
Oh, fun for
and you
them.
get to meet celebrities and you get to meet like comic book artists, especially for like kids that are into cartoons. A lot of the voice actors are here.
Yeah.
So
I think
they're
that's
more than happy to speak with you and take pictures and
That's
sign
cool.
things. The larger celebrities you do have to pay extra for.
We need to go out next year, but I'm not going to do it with you unless we both dress up, dude.
Yes.
We have to dress up.
Is everybody dressed up, or there's just some,
It's mostly everybody.
Yeah, I don't think it's
party poopers?
I
That are,
honestly, and look, this is not my world. I'm adjacent to it. I'm a nerd. I give nerds a lot of stick, and I'm just because I think it's fun. But here's what I would say. I think it's kind of disrespectful to go there if you don't dress up because that's their place, and the best way to show respect to it, right, is to go in. It's like going to the number one thing I hear about Europe is they want you to try the language, right?
Buongiorno.
Yeah, so this is like, I feel like if you're going to go, you should at least try and invent some sort of a costume that plays along the rules. It's kind of like your olive branch for entry.
Okay.
What do you think of that, Krystine?
I mean, there's a lot of so this has been the widest range. I've been coming to Megacon for probably the last 10 years. There are much older people and much younger people this year than I've ever seen, and it's just families coming in. So usually like a Wolverine or a Deadpool T-shirt is fine for a lot of the dads that don't want to dress up. And you're probably looking at about a 50-50 split for people that are dressed, whether it's like in full costume or like bounding like they do for Disney, and those who are just wearing like some homage to a character they like.
I like that, yeah. Bounding, when people say that, I always get it confused with binding. And then I think that the people have their feet tied up like a little geisha, or maybe they're tucking their ween.
Oh, yeah, or the purple tees.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Krystine. If you see anything crazy, you can call us back. But we appreciate you.
But otherwise, leave us alone.
No, we appreciate
What are
it.
you doing, man?
Thank you for telling us.
Let me see if I can get you and McGregor on the line for you guys.
Yeah. Or Shatner. I'll take either one.
Yeah.
Or anybody.
Or Alyssa Milano.
I mean, or that,
Literally anybody? Okay.
or the kid with no teeth from Stranger Things.
Yeah, he got teeth now.
Who's here?
Oh, yeah. Tell him his prank show sucks.
No, come on. All right, Krystine.
All right, we'll
we
see
appreciate
ya.
it.
Bye.
All right, your MegaCon correspondent out.
All right, squeeze those wrenches.
So, man, I did not realize that. I mean, we're talking insane money.
Well,
Yeah, man.
she'd say about 150,000 people.
Yeah.
She said 140, but I don't.
And
you might as well at that point go 150.
If you're charging $400 a photo and it instantly sells out and all that, like maybe you are making like $35,000 for the day. If you're you and McGregor, and you're like, all right,
I don't know.
like, I'll talk to anybody
For a weekend, yeah.
Yes.
If this show were the size of, I don't know, I can't even think of something that big, like Rogan's show, right?
Yeah,
which
or
is the biggest.
Even a small, like
I don't know if the whole $400 photo. I think that is something specific to MegaCon because that doesn't sit right with me.
Well, they all have different. I mean, that's you and McGregor,
Yeah,
and then
sure,
like
yeah.
you want some less known, character actor. He's gonna be $40.
Yeah.
Whatever
Or
it is.
Kevin
It's just like
James.
Cameo.
Yeah.
What about Kevin James in the flannel shirt?
Oh, with the Nazi tattoos?
He's too big. Although you would think that some of these other, I bet.
What's
a
the
lot
most
of them are
famous
probably
photo
not,
you've ever taken?
with someone?
Yeah.
It's been in here, like with Steve-O
Oh,
or
God. That's
Bob
not even that
Saget,
good. No, I'm just saying, I feel like if somebody right now had
Don Shula.
If somebody right now had who's the most, like a Taylor Swift is up there?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the people that are the most visible. like Taylor Swift, Donald Trump. You know, these are the people that, like, if you had a photo with them right now, you're like, oh, that's hot shit.
But again, I value
Everything's diluted, though.
But I value celebrity photos. There's a spectrum to me, right?
Okay.
So if you stand in line and pay for one, right? That's on the spectrum, but that's the lowest.
Lower.
That's the almost lowest part of the spectrum. That's right above cardboard cutout.
Wow. I didn't even know that was
because
an
it is
option.
easy, and I agree with what he's saying. Like, Maisie had to fight.
What about wax museum figurine?
Sam, let me give you a for
That's
instance.
below cardboard cutout.
Maisie had to fight through the men that were trying to get things autographed by Drake London and all these players. Remember, she fought her football up there, and she talked to Bijan Robinson, and he signed it. So that to you is worth more because it was an interaction and it was real.
Then above that is the you walking in front of the celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Taking
They're in
a
the background.
Selfie.
I don't like that one.
They're in the background. They may do a deuces or some thumbs up.
I don't like it when they do nothing,
yeah.
where it's just like Billy Joel taking his trash out, and you're like, hey.
I
don't like
those.
that.
Yeah.
I don't like
but,
that.
But that
That
is
doesn't
above
count.
paying for it. Like it's
doesn't
to
count.
me. I'm telling you my spectrum. Then
I can't believe you put wax below cardboard.
Here's why. Because
This guy's running numbers for all insignificant things all the time. Like,
Don't
he's
they put
yeah.
casts on them so that it's supposed to look exactly like
yes,
them?
because they look too good, and I feel like if you take a picture at a wax museum, you're trying to deceive me to
What
make
if I
me
tell you
believe.
it's, what if I
Who do
tell
you
you it's
think you
wax?
are?
No,
What
but
if I'm honest that it's wax?
But cardboard cutout is obvious enough to be a joke, and then that's why I value it more than
Okay.
wax museum.
I actually am on board with
Okay.
that. Okay.
And then
Interesting.
The greatest celebrity photo you could possibly get is what I like to call riding in a pickup truck with Chris Rock.
Yeah, the Diplo.
Yeah, which is just random.
Accidental, like run-in.
Yeah, but it's more than just a run-in. It is now you're having
Interaction.
an experience
Yeah.
Yes.
with the celebrity, and then you document it with a picture. That's the highest form of celebrity picture.
So if
What if I'm at the Hall of Presidents and I take a picture with the Donald Trump?
that's on the
That's
same.
animatronic.
I mean, higher than cardboard.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah, it's a little higher than cardboard.
Is it better than in the background while they're eating at a restaurant?
No,
Okay.
that's how.
That's
always
higher.
the in person, even if they
Okay.
don't, like they don't even realize they're getting
Interesting.
photoed. They have to give some sort of sign they're getting photoed to be above the anyway.
Now,
I-
what
I love
about
the
what about
process.
celebrity hands you photo of them signed? You don't want it. Where's that on the spectrum?
Hey,
Porn star Randy West handed me a picture of him with an erect cock that he had signed and said, "Here you go, buddy."
If it's
Did you say no thank you?
I took it because
Oh.
I was a younger radio guy and didn't want to insult the guy. And I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
it has to say to Daniel
It
Dennis.
did. No,
Can't
it's a
just say-
Daniel. It's a
Oh
Daniel.
no, that's less than Daniel Dennis. First and last, and the
Oh.
name. That's the highest
The
autograph.
true story is, I believe when we moved in together, well, we had already moved in together, but I believe it was when leaving the tiny first studio house we had and moving to this studio in Baldwin that Andrea said, yeah, we're throwing out the Randy West cock photo. Because I kept all of that stuff.
Oh man, we should have put it in the studio.
It would have been funny.
The chat wants to know where the 7-Eleven radio personality appearance falls on the spectrum.
Oh, you're taking a picture with something?
Yeah.
Well, but that's dependent on
Well, higher
how
than
much you think
cardboard,
is celebrity.
because it's an actual human.
Yeah.
But
So,
you are at a gas station.
Yeah.
Are you
But,
guys not paying attention? You can do your own math. We're telling you how to do this so you can do your own math.
The highest form of picture with me you could take is me in your car and you're driving me somewhere.
Oh, Tommy Gilligan. That's
Tommy's
right.
got a lot of those.
There's only a couple dozen,
that's
maybe more.
called Pop-
At this point.
That's called
Yeah.
Pop Pop's birthday party. Or what was it? Like,
Yeah.
Or I'm at your house for some weird reason, or
what if you're in the bear suit and
you're
you-
assisting me in some way? You're doing some work.
what about the bear suit and
You
you're
volunteered for
You're at a
Sofas and
young
Suds.
UCF kicker's birthday party. Right?
We gotta talk to him one day.
We
He'll
can.
never remember. Okay.
I think he would, man. It hasn't been that long.
So, an embarrassing thing that happened last night. So, I take Max to breakdancing most Thursdays,
He's
right?
sticking with it.
And
Against all of your efforts to try and get him to quit, this boy is a breakdancing.
No, I like it.
He's not going to
it's
let
good
you.
core workout.
He loves it.
So it's far, so I have to basically wait in the parking lot for the hour of the class.
Yeah.
So,
But you like it because that's where you get to do your gambling
yeah,
101.
I'm searching
Yeah.
through all the Super Bowl props.
Dude,
or
I'm
scrolling.
with you. When Andrea says, hey, me and Maisie want to run errands, I drive them somewhere and I sit in my car and watch all of the comedy that she didn't want to watch.
So I take him there, drop him off. I'm in my car looking through Super Bowl props. And then 10 minutes before the end of the class, all the parents congregate back into the lobby.
Are all the other parents sitting in their cars as well?
I don't know. Some of them leave. They must live nearby.
Yeah, a drop-off.
And then some just
of
wait
them
in
are
their
in
car.
jail.
Some wait in the lobby, look at their phone.
Yeah.
And we're all looking at our phones.
Yeah. Everybody looks at their phone.
So, but anyway, we all come back because at the end of every class,
We have to get our kids.
no. Because
Good point.
they do this thing, and I think it's like marketing for like dance classes where they show, especially for kids, they show the parents something they learned, and the parents get to videotape
It's
it.
also validation,
And
right?
that gets
it's
them back.
Like,
yeah.
hey, your money is
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. Something's happening.
As a dance dad, I'm not anti it at all because, it's like them sure, like, this is what we worked on.
Right.
If they didn't practice it, that's up to your kid. It's like, but we did something today.
Yeah, and they showed to
Yeah.
you, like it must be part of. But that's
Yeah, it's probably they have to do that for some parents who are like, what did they learn? Like, now we have to show them because they're fucking idiots.
But we all like it because we get our phones out and we videotape them in the cipher
It's your
because that's what
kids.
that's what they call it, Sam. If with the breakdancing circle, it's the cipher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
They do
learned
that
all
in
this,
rap
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you.
So you're getting hip to the street lingo, huh?
He's been
Huh,
hanging
Pop
out-
Pop?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
hanging
Pop
out
Pop.
a lot of warehouses.
Yeah. Well, before
Listening to Sway.
before I
and
go in, I turn
hanging
my
out in
hat
the
back.
cipher.
Yeah. Put the Krylon can in the back of his buldy leaves.
You sag your jeans lower.
I sag my buldies down.
He pulls his buldy leaves down, turns his hat backwards, grabs a can, grabs a Krylon can,
Rolls up on his one
He
wheel.
walks in there. He's like, "What's up, babe? This place is sus."
By the way, I'm the only dad there. By the way. And
it's all moms.
Yeah, it's all moms.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always all moms. When
Oh,
I-
do they all
Yeah.
flirt with you? Because you're the only dad
No.
that
yeah,
brings.
you are
No,
kind
no.
of hunky right now. I'd flirt
No.
with you, especially if you're a breakdancing class.
No. I think they're all confused about why this white nerd dad is here.
Is he the only white kid?
No.
No.
But
That's
uh,
basketball.
But kind of.
Okay.
I don't know kids' ethnicity.
A lot of different hats.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
different
they're-
hats.
Let's
They're a
just
lot
say,
tanner than
yeah.
Max.
No gingers. No
yeah,
ginger.
there's not one blue-eyed
We
powder.
need a
there.
Scotsman.
Yeah. Anyway, so we go back in because we go back in 10 minutes before the end of class, and we sit in the lobby and wait.
I'm sorry. I'm just naturally laughing at you the entire segment.
So there's multiple dance studios, and Daniel he's been at dance studios.
Yeah.
So there's a lobby, and then there's like 3 different big dance studios that you walk in the doors, and it opens up to like glass on the walls and like big areas, right? So there's other classes going on as like Max's class. So we're waiting in the lobby like we do every week and waiting for the cipher to start. And then all of a sudden some lady comes out of one of the rooms and
Pretty
she's
hot for the cipher. You guys hype?
no. She was like, excuse me, would any of you mind coming? We just need some a fresh set of eyes real quick to watch this routine. And would you
Don't
guys
say we
mind
need a
coming?
fresh set of eyes to come watch these children.
No, it's not children. No, there's adults. And,
Oh.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
like Max has the kids breakdancing
Gotcha.
club, but this
Okay.
facility
Yeah.
has like there's constantly
Most
adults,
facilities have like
dancers, and
it's like
all ages,
it's
but
like
mostly-
literally 8
Oh,
to 80.
I'm gonna take an adult breakdancing class.
You can right here.
Yeah.
You can.
I've-
What do you want? They have it.
I don't know if I've never seen that. But they have regular dancing like Maisie does, like
Like
pop
ballroom,
and
like she
hip-hop.
does ballroom, tap, ballet, hip hop,
I'm gonna
acro.
do a hip hop class.
Yeah, they got it all.
So then the lady comes up. She's like, "Would you mind coming in?" And then so we all kind of, because we're all the moms in us in the group. We're all like, "Oh, we're
Did
waiting
you
for the
straighten
cipher."
your hat at least?
No, but we're
Turn
all
your hat around.
we're like, "It's almost time for the cipher. And then she's like, "Just take 1 minute, please."
Please.
And then I was like, "Oh, okay." But I was the first person, so I started walking, and then another mom.
Easiest to guilt in.
Yeah,
I gotta
Yeah.
walk you right into the incinerator.
Well, if a
You were the weak
Yeah.
link.
You're
Those
all-
moms would have held out. If
No,
nobody else.
I turned around and the rest of the moms didn't come. It's just
Yeah.
me and another mom.
That's right, because they're cold hard bitches, and I love them.
Because they're like, we're waiting for the cipher. And
I mean, Sam's
and I
not
was like,
wrong
"Ah."
on this one at all.
Yeah.
Also, if I realize
Those ladies are mean.
if a woman asked me to do anything, but she like, hey, sir, can you help me, sir?
She was attractive, wasn't she?
because
Was she a
no,
dance instructor?
no,
She in yoga pants? You were under a spell.
I like treating women like damsels in distress.
Damsels?
Damsels?
Hey,
I'm Dan.
your family treats
I'm
you like a damsel in distress.
The name of the show is A Damsel in Distress. You idiot.
It's a damsel?
A damsel.
You thought it was Dansel for real.
It's not a damsel.
I thought you just misspoke.
He thought I was named
whole
after
life
that.
he
He
thought
thought
it
my
was-
dad is like, he's gay, name him Dansel. You idiot. This is the dumbest show we've ever done. We have to sell the show now.
Damsel?
You should have
Damn.
lied and pretended like you just misspoke.
Look up damsel. A damsel in distress.
Yeah, it's damsel.
It's not Dansel.
Anyway.
God damn it.
Yeah, and this, by the way, goes back.
Fucking wasted the chat room. They're dead. The whole thing shut down. Dansel. There's no such thing as a damsel.
You know what I'm talking about is that
You can't just scream, you know what I'm talking about every time.
It's like when Sam, we didn't help her off the boat when
Oh,
we did
yeah.
Bocas.
She's taller than me. Did
I
you
know.
see what
You
I
should
had?
have helped Dan.
I
You should have.
had
He was like
to-
Dansel in
I
distress.
literally had to. You motherfuckers, I had to get down on my butt ass and scoot to the front and
did.
launch myself
was-
off
see?
like a midget man.
I was going to ask if you needed help, but I thought it would have been insulting for me.
It would have been insulting.
See? So I didn't.
And you did the right thing because you're a good friend.
Thank you.
This guy's trucking off, and I would have helped
These
you, but
two fuckers were a mile away when I had to get off the
Yeah, but I don't treat you like a damsel.
And when we were pulling,
Good job.
by the way, when we were pulling up to the bank, Tom's like, "Oh, the water's a lot higher than I thought. We're gonna have to take our shoes off and
you
roll
said I had
our
to take-
pants off."
Yeah, you said we had to roll our pants up like little
And
Abner
walk
and
through the
walk
water.
through buzzard shit.
Anyway, so if you are a woman and you ask me to do anything, I'll do it. I'll go anywhere. I'll get in your car or whatever you want. If you use it.
I'll get in your car.
So we walk towards, and then I noticed it's only me and another mom. So I was like, God damn it. But now I'm
But
already.
you got one.
But I've already committed
And
to
she's
walking
like, I'm
towards.
just a little damsel.
I was just following you.
So we open the doors, and it's a weird thing where you open the doors and you still can't see. They put up some sort of curtain, and then you have to walk around the curtain to the huge dance studio. So we open the doors, and I walk around the
probably for
curtain,
acoustics.
and the lady's like, "Oh, just come." And then as we walk around the curtain, there is like 20. I'm not even joking, like 20 or 25 dancers standing
At attention,
like
yeah.
at attention,
Yeah.
ready
Yeah.
to go, and they are like dead
5,
still.
6, 7,
Yeah,
8.
yeah, and like militant standing there.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
You got a boner, didn't you?
no, come on. They were from high school, by the
Oh,
way.
okay.
Because she said, like, we are
Well, that happens.
competition, high school, Miami dance troupe.
Oh, Miami.
And we're here
they're
for...
like, oh,
And in Miami, they look older,
they
right?
call me Mr. 305.
No, it's not. So then she ushers us up to the front of,
Yeah.
like, in front of this big podium where the other teachers are.
You were the judges.
And then she's like, stand here, please. And then, so I'm just standing there with the other mom, and then there's the 20 or 25 soldiers like standing there. And then all of a sudden, she hits the music, and there's like ding, 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 ding. And then they start.
Y'all ready for this?
And then one comes running and does a fucking crazy 2 flips and lands like
crazy
they-
2 flip, yeah.
Like they are.
Do you feel like you were in Bring It On?
Yeah, no, it's like as structured and as
Yeah.
militant as
Yeah.
as it gets. Like, you know, they're doing professional dance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then me and the mom are standing there. By the way, this huge dance.
Are they running lights and everything?
Oh yeah, but it's only us there. So and they're all dancing to us, and I'm not joking. 8 feet
Andrea
away.
just told me it is High School Dance Nationals in Orlando right now.
Okay,
this
that's what
weekend.
it's for? Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what you were doing.
And so.
Oh, you had no business being there. This is a professional shit.
And I got a question for you after, and
Okay.
I hope Andrew's still in there.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
answer
she's
this.
in there.
So me and the mom are standing there, and then and they're doing the whole thing, and they're dancing. And by the way, like after 30 seconds, I'm like, oh my god, what face should I make? Should I smile and
Do the
thumb
DeSantis.
Don't do not,
DeSantis.
absolutely do not do this.
Do your DeSantis.
Should I like nod my head to the beat? Because I'm just standing there, like I'm standing there like a soldier. But they are aggressively.
You're saluting.
No, do the DeSantis salute. It's here.
And I'm not joking. They're only 8 feet away from me, and they are aggressively like they're doing.
Eyes up, buddy, eyes up.
No,
Yeah, they're doing this aggressive move. Oh, you're gonna know the panel's falling.
Oh, sorry.
Oh god, your panel's falling off the wall.
You're getting too
Sorry.
excited, buddy.
You're good. You're good.
So they,
Oh, God.
they are aggressively like doing the scoop move, the head scoop.
That's
and
the only one you know. You're like, I can do that one too.
No, and then so I'm standing there, and then I'm kind of like nodding my head because it's there's no other. There's the music, and then also what I didn't realize that happens in professional dance is the coaches are screaming certain things,
Code words,
and
yeah.
code words,
Yeah.
and then
It's like plays.
and
Yeah.
then so
They're like calling plays.
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
it with Maisie.
And-
They'll be like 5, 6, 7, 8, go, move,
Yeah.
turn, and aerial. Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
And back to spin to aerial.
Yeah, and they're like, yes, no. And then as they go, they're making noises for every spin. They're like, spin, 10, done. And they're screaming.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, and me and the other mom are just standing there and then watching this. And then all of a sudden, a girl goes down, right? And so she falls, everything stops. And another girl had spun around and punched her friend and
Oh
the thing
my God.
straight in the face. Like it looked like it broke her nose.
Oh
like
my
she
God.
grabbed
Yeah,
her face.
it's dangerous.
And because
Yeah.
they're spinning
With all their might.
with all their might, and spinning their fists around.
Why
They're
are you
gorilla
there?
swinging, yeah.
Why are you there?
So okay, well I'm gonna ask you this at the end.
I wish there was footage of this. 'Cause I just want to see how Tom was
you
standing there.
get yourself into the worst shit.
So then, after the girl got hit in the face, everybody
Your life is the Truman
like
Show.
everybody stopped, and then of course all the other girls rushed to her aid, and she's on the floor holding her face, right? And then the coaches stopped, and everyone's like, oh, and then it's dead, almost dead silent, and I'm still sitting there, and then I'm like, what do we do? And then I'm like, that was good. That was good.
No, you didn't. No.
Because I didn't know what they wanted. So I was like,
What do you think they were? Oh, nice. Is that you're faking it, right?
That's good. Punch her in the nose.
no.
Punch her in
Well,
the
Chris-
nose.
Knock her
so-
straight down.
But I was applauding to they did a routine for a minute and a half
So
before the
it
punch
was
happened.
dead quiet besides one girl crying. And you said,
good job.
All
Monkey thing
right.
dance. Good. Dance fine. There's a troll in Boulders Gate.
you
When
are 100% on the spectrum.
when
I
you
didn't
go-
know what
Because
else
you're
to do.
When you go to the Goblin Town in Boulders Gate, and a lot of listeners are playing the game, there's a dumb troll in the Goblin Town, and you go to him, and he's there, and he's just tapping his legs like this and clapping, and when you go to him, they're having a goblin party, and the troll says to you, he goes, they're dancing, it's fun, you have fun too. That's you.
So here's why I
you.
did that. Is because I don't know why the lady needed some people to watch the routine.
Well, sometimes
for what
they-
reason?
it's
Is it a
sometimes-
morale thing?
For the girls, it is. Sometimes they like to have people that haven't seen it go
like neutral.
yeah, give me a new audience, and then and sometimes it's good for the girls to see different faces, right? Like you don't want to if Samantha were my instructor, I wouldn't want to continue to perform it for her. I might want to perform it in front of other people. It is more fun. Andrea gets pulled in to watch dances.
Because they're just usually dancing in front of a mirror so much, and the same coaches that anybody is at least some new eyes. Is that what they wanted?
It could be.
I don't know.
I don't
was
know.
like,
This
I'm
is
not
a-
in this world.
Yeah, this is a weird one to me.
because the whole time that the dance was going on, and of course,
Andrea says I nailed it. They need an audience that isn't their coaches, so a lot of times they'll pull you in.
Just like randos.
okay,
I'll get it during the break.
and so and that's what was spinning through my head when I was standing there, and then they were doing the dance because
Yeah.
of course, it's not it's not like
it is that cartoon where the monkey just got the thing in Tom's head while he's just standing there like, what should I do?
You okay? You
How should I have my face right now?
Well, because I was like, do they want positive encouragement? Like, do they want me to applaud them
Well, right
after
there,
to
you
tell
may have
them that?
wanted to stay silent
Give it
like
a beat, yeah.
everybody else. Take us, read the room, right?
Read the room.
Yeah, but we were the only two audience members, so I didn't.
Yeah,
I
but
felt
she
like
got hurt.
Yeah.
But what was it supposed
You
to
know.
do? Just like Homer Simpson back out of the room? I felt like I needed
honestly,
to
I don't
tell
know
them
if-
good
You
job.
should have let him recoup and then
Yeah, or maybe are you
regroup
all
and-
right? You know.
Well, they were all huddled around each other, and it was like I wasn't applauding her.
What did
getting
the
hurt.
mom do?
She didn't know what to do either. She didn't clap though.
Oh,
She
then you-
says-
then
No,
you
she
win.
did know what to do.
Oh, she acted
She
like a
did know what to
normal
do.
human, probably. Because I was like, well, they want a little
It is
encouragement.
not appropriate after a girl gets donkey punched in the face to go,
Well,
Good job.
Donkey punch is a little different.
But I was like, well, they obviously know the punch wasn't planned,
Yeah.
but it was like the other part of it. I wanted to tell them it was good because that's what I thought that they wanted me to
I
be
mean, you
there
could have
for.
stood over and yelled,
Encouragement.
"You got knocked the fuck out!" You could have done that.
And then I went out, I watched the cipher, and I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. Anyway,
I don't know if I have an out for you on that one,
and
other than just staying quiet.
Yeah, but then when do I leave? Do I
Oh,
say
I
good
did
job
that-
at all, or do I just say I'm sorry that happened? I'm sorry this has occurred. I'll leave now. Like,
This is unfortunate.
If I'm telling you what I would have done, I would have stayed quiet. I definitely would have been like, I'm not sure. I would have done that.
Hell no.
I would have stayed quiet, and then I'd let them huddle around, and then I probably would have. You said, would you just Homer Simpson into the bushes? I think a variation of that. I think I would have probably tried to just go to where my son was at and sneak my way back to the cipher.
But also, they're all tough-ass athletes, too. It's like, so I don't want to, be any other athlete would want them to tell me, like, oh, what you did was good. It doesn't matter if one of you get hurt.
If you're going on intent, then I say you didn't do bad, right? You didn't say anything bad. You were like, hey, that was good. It may have been confusing for the girls to get punched and then have a man
That's
go,
what I'm saying.
nice job.
That's what I'm saying. That's a bad timing to say that.
Yeah. And it's a real-life example of how we're all awkward in our own ways,
Yeah,
right?
it happens.
You want to take a little break? buddy?
Yeah, let's take a break, and when we come back, we have a couple more things from Dump 'em Out. We didn't even get over any sort of voicemail email. Maybe we'll do one voicemail, one email.
We can dip into that. And the name of the band, I never heard of these guys, but I'm really happy that older school rock music styled from the 90s is coming back. These guys are called they're called Bad Luck. The name of the song is hold on, am I doing? No, this is Sun Title. The name of the song is Bad Luck, and it's off of a split. So enjoy this. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN show at tomandan.com for last minute emails.
You're listening to the industry leader, radio guys turned podcasters. And now the whole town is sucking our dicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to lick our balls, bitch.
Damn, girl. I know we've been going through it lately, but I think we can still work this out. But the way you acting, you seem like this is the end. Let me know what's going on. We used used to rock with each other heavy, always on the ready. We a nice little combo, peanut butter and jelly. Now you always on my neck like my love ain't good and plenty. You seen it be always stressed. I'm trying to help if you let me. What you do is shut me out, yell and curse me out. I know I ain't perfect, but I don't deserve what you shout. So I put up my walls, avoid getting tense. You feel like you're making a point, but to me it sound like nonsense. Lately we ain't been syncing right. We used to enjoy each other's presence and laugh all night. Yo, sex was so good, we used to last all night. Now, as soon as I walk through the door, you wanna pick a fight. Your approach be so crazy, I don't care if you spitting truth. There was a time I loved to hear your story be kept in the loop. Now, every time you speak, it irks my nerve, cause it's usually about how you someone I don't deserve. Word.
I know what you like, but it ain't been enough lately. Just can't reach you, baby.
For real.
You know what I want, but you won't do it enough for me.
I see you want me on purpose. Let me know the day. We've had our ups and downs, but the downs been minimal. But this time it feel different, trying to figure what got into you. I ain't the same, but I ain't one of these grimy dudes that you used to dealing with. We are not comparable. Never call you out your name or acted insane. Just keep it a buck with me and let me know if something changed. I know I have my faults, but me and these dudes, we ain't the same. I think the hurt in your past is dictating what you claim. When we first started off, you were calm, cool, collected. Now you're irritable and seem a little jealous. Especially when I wanna go hang out with the fellas. I feel like there's no trust and you believe everything your friends be telling. I tell you this, they don't wanna see you happy. There's a reason why they single, but always coming at me. All I'm trying to do right now is make it make sense, cause the signs are telling me we're headed toward the end. Damn.
I know what you like, but it ain't been enough lately. Just can't reach you, baby. You know what I want, but you won't do it enough for me.
Talk to me, girl.
There's a spark and a passion that ignites a flame. No matter what we wanna call it, this is game we play. Communication is lacking, I know you feeling the same. And when I ask if you've been creeping, it's cause I'm feeling some pain. Pain of the past, pain from the last, pain from a lack of validation, trauma, betrayal, abandonment. It's why I lack patience, it's why I act so hard and have trouble embracing. It's why none of my past relationships made it. Spent years trying to figure out how to tame it. There's a disconnect, can't see where each other's aiming. I know you feel the disrespect and it looks so blatant, but I need you to own your own picture. The narrative you paint that needs the war to have a victor. You get distant and keep pushing when I'm triggered. Either need to keep it moving or realize the picture's bigger than that.
I know what you like, but it ain't been enough lately. Just can't reach you, baby. You know what I want, but you won't do it enough for me. I know what you like, but it ain't been enough lately.
Local hip hop. This is CM, aka Creative, with Not Enough featuring E-Turn, who we hung out with at the library.
Yeah, she's going to be at the Melrose Fest.
Yeah, Melrose 10.
Yeah, party next weekend,
February 10th.
February 10th at the
Melrose
Orange,
Center,
yeah.
Downtown Library in Orange County.
Yeah, go down there, hang out.
I'm going to try and get out there.
They're going to have her performing. There, you get to take a tour.
And you can hear that interview on Monday's ACT.
Yeah.
I can't believe the podcast facilities they just built, and then the stage, and then now they're incorporating like learning how to light and the
like
production.
all kinds of staging,
So, yeah,
production,
like
lighting, production.
Lighting automation. Yeah.
All this
rigging.
is free education if you have a library card.
Yeah.
Like,
With this
it's
point, I
nuts,
have
dude.
friends that say, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, but like there are homeless people that go to the library that will be doing more than you because they have like they're like doing it. Like there's like
They have podcast booths with a garage band and Pro Tools and mics and professional sound. You know,
crazy.
like you can go record your podcast.
Video
Hundreds.
editing.
You don't even need just get a library card.
Like-
you could do your own podcast and everything.
literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment. Better
They'll
equipment
teach-
than here.
They'll teach you how to run it, and the free courses is nuts.
Or something as simple as crochet, like my wife does.
Yeah.
Check out the
Photography,
library. We love the library.
Let's do some voicemails and emails.
All right, voicemails and email. Mail on mail. I'm not even going to play the thing.
All right,
Let's just jump in. My logos, or rather my intros, rather have a tendency to be like extremely long. Let's start with an email, Sam.
All right, let's see.
What you got over there?
The worst of the worst smells. Hello, T&D crew. I made a mistake today, and it was a bad one. Real bad. So I thought I'd share. I was on my way to work. I stopped at a red light when I noticed a metal water bottle rolling around in my work van, so I decided to open it. The second I unscrewed the lid, the smallest amount, it went spray crazy, like someone had been shaking up a soda or a beer bottle. I immediately screwed it back shut, but it was too late. In that split second, I had sprayed my face, hair, clothes, phone, everything in my console, and half of my van. It was a tiny, tiny amount of liquid that escaped, like barely anything, a light mist, but it was enough. The water bottle apparently contained chocolate protein powder and milk, which had been gently aging in my van for months. The closest smell I could think of was dog's anal glands, but this was way worse.
Oh, yeah, anal glands will get on you and you can't get them away.
Man.
Like, if you get a dog's anal glands on you, like, you cannot. I remember when Isley was getting up in age, he would get leaky anal glands, and then he'd just wipe his ass on your hand or knee or something, and then you could scrub it with literally soap, a loofah, acid, whatever you wanted to, and it would still smell like glands until that part of your body died and fell off.
Lena's would go off in the bed.
Oh, sexy.
It's like a bomb. They would go off in the bed.
Fuck on it, right?
No.
That's
It would
disgusting,
wake you up from a sleep.
Dude.
It's like a smell to wake you up. Anyway.
How is it possible that there is, like, anal glands to me, if somebody said you can either, for $1 million, you can either eat a dog turd or eat an anal gland, I'd be like, well, the dog turd's easy. You know what I mean?
It stings less.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
He says, it was the single worst, most pungent thing I had ever been exposed to. I had to turn around, drive 20 minutes home, strip outside, and run in to take a shower and then bleach my van. It made me 2 hours late for my job. What was your worst odor experience?
2 hours? Really? 2 hours? I mean, the van, I guess, cleaning the van. I'd have to call in or something.
Yeah, I'd call in at that point.
Yeah, well, the anal
smell.
glands, we kind of just talked about it. Like, anytime when Lena got old, her anal glands wouldn't, like, I guess, release as
You'd
often.
have to express them.
Yeah, so then they get too
They tell you
full.
to release the anal glands. The doctor would tell you, well, you know.
The vet would do it.
Yeah, but they would tell you to do it.
Yeah.
And
Or,
I think,
like, really
pumpkin.
old, stale bong water. You ever got that on, like, your jeans or something?
Still, anal glands is trumps it.
But at least with,
Yeah.
I'll drink the bong. I'm telling you right now, you
Yeah.
hand me the bong water, and it's going to be terrible. But nothing is like anal. Like, even thinking about anal glands right now is giving me that thing in the back of my throat where I'm getting the watery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inventing it in my brain, and I'm reliving it. That's how bad it. And what does the gland do? What is it needed for? Like, does it help push out the poop?
No, it's for other dogs. It's their scent. So when they when
that
they
makes
poop,
sense.
That's why they sniff each other's butts.
yeah, and
Okay,
then
there you
also
go.
that's what a little bit gets released every time they poop or pee.
That's me. Every time I poop, I release a little pee.
And so other animals know that animal was there, something like that. So that's why it stinks so bad, because it's more than poop. Because they
Anal glands. It's
More
than poop.
Yeah,
It's
sounds
mostly-
like a brochure.
It's designed to be more pungent than poop. So
That's even better. That's the biography. More pungent than poop.
All right, what's the next?
Let's go with this one because, man, Tom Van knows how to ignite the dads.
I'm listening to the BDM show from the 22nd. Crap, I already forgot the name. And you guys are talking about the interference, watching the games with the antenna. And then Sam kind of read off a description of how it can happen and blah, 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 blah. And it reminded me for the last 16, 17 years until this last August, I had been living across the street in an apartment complex from a radio tower for a local radio station in town. And back in the day, 15 years ago, I had a home phone. And on that cordless home phone, every time I picked it up, you could, before I dialed anything, just had the dial tone, you could pick up the radio on the phone. And also sometimes if
Marijuana is not helping our voicemail messages.
Help.
It may help the quality of, like, the origin,
Uh-huh.
but it's like they call, and when they get there, they start telling the story. It usually becomes I'll have to call you back when I remember what, you know what I mean?
The second half.
That's
yeah.
what but I get what you're saying. But we have had I mean,
people got mad that I saw on the BDM page. They're like, I got so mad listening to Tom explain about his plasma ball and it interfering with the TV. How does he not know about electromagnetic radiation? And then I'm like, whoa, no.
That makes you mad?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? I don't think that's like if someone's antenna is going in and out, someone's going, is there any electromagnetic radiation in here? I'm like, oh, there it is.
No,
like,
it's not something I think about.
That is my first question.
You're
Tom.
just moving
No,
the
it's
antenna.
not. The
You're
first
like,
place
what
I go, I'm like, oh, magic. Every time. Every single time I think it's magic.
Who knows about
Goddamn aliens.
antennas,
Nobody
like,
does.
And then you
I've got one behind me. I don't know how it works.
and you're
It's
automatically
all giving us cancer.
you're gonna know like, oh, it must be the plasma ball my son's playing with. It's interfering with the TV. Like, I don't think someone's just immediately gonna put two and two together like that anyway.
The number of little boys, though, that called in, now men, that took their plasma balls apart just so they could fry things is 100%. Everybody that called us was like, oh, yeah, I had a plasma ball when I was a kid. I broke the globe, and then I would fry everything.
Do you remember when you were a kid talking on a cordless phone, and then
No.
all of a sudden, no, you didn't have a cordless phone?
We didn't have any
Okay,
phone
not
until I
only-
was in like
not
8th
only-
grade.
No phone.
No
My
phone.
God.
Not only do I
ET,
remember
no
it,
phone.
not
You-
only do
you
I remember
were the
it,
Ozark girl.
Yes. I don't know shit about fuck. Or is it
we
fuck about
had
shit?
the
Damn it.
old yellow white Unidyne cordless with the antenna that like the phone sat in the cradle, and then when you took out the phone, you'd pull the antenna all the way up, and it was about 2.5 feet long. Like we had the old cordless phone, and on that old cordless phone, when you were using it, it would pick up the signal for the neighbor's cordless phone.
And
my dad would eavesdrop.
Oh, you could hear your neighbors'
Yes.
My
conversation?
dad would eavesdrop, and
You'd
it'd be
pick
like,
up a random.
yeah.
All of a sudden, you'd be like, "Hello," and the person would be like, "Hello, who is this?"
Sometimes
And they're like,
they
I think
couldn't
I'm your
hear you.
neighbor.
Sometimes they couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
and my
you
dad
usually-
would be like, Carol, the fries are
Oh,
on the
that's a
line
better
right-"
time.
Yeah, and my dad was like, the fries. That was our neighbors,
Get
the
some real
fries,
tea.
the Mr. and Mrs. Fry. He was like, the fries are down there talking shit about Mr. Governor, because the governors lived over here.
Okay, all
So
right.
he's like, the fries are talking shit about it, and then they come over. Then my mom would pick up the phone. Then all three
That's
of us. then
solid family
I'd go into my
entertainment.
room. I'd pick up my phone. We'd all be sitting there just like listening to everything. Yeah. It was like a thing that we did. The lady behind my house that I've told you guys the story about the lady behind my house that tied a cinder block to her leg and tried to kill herself.
Yes.
My
Yeah,
dad pulled
okay.
her out. Yeah. That lady, my dad would listen to her all the time. All the time.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
just
Well,
sit
did he
there.
not see it coming?
I don't think he did. No, I don't think he did. But yeah, my dad would listen to everybody on our Unidyne.
And-
Everybody.
And there's also
And it was considered okay.
Did-
Because it was just like, well, we don't know how it works. It's just the technology.
Yeah.
was
whatever.
it Star 69?
Oh, my dad-
Or Star.
We almost got a divorce on Star 69 because my dad got obsessed with being able to Star
was to
69.
return the call, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And-
Someone
or find
called you.
numbers. Yeah, he would do it to the point where I think one time he's like $700. Our phone
Oh
bill
my
came.
God.
He thought it was
'Cause
magic.
it was $1
Well, he was
to
an
do
idiot.
it.
Yeah.
My dad thought it was magic. He's like,
Star
it's free.
67 was
Yeah.
to block the number.
Imagine if my dad had
Oh,
AI
yeah.
right now. Oh my God.
And I remember when a device that told you what number was calling you came out,
Caller
and
ID.
it blew our goddamn
Yeah.
caller ID.
Yeah.
And it was just
Well,
like
at
a
first it
call
wasn't built
waiting.
into the phone. It looked like a little beeper.
Three-way
Yeah,
call.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like this, and you'd plug in one
Yes,
side and
yes,
you'd
I
plug
had
it out
that.
the. Yeah, we did too.
And they're like, "Oh, Meemaw's calling." And
Yeah.
pick up the phone. It was the Meemaw.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that you? It worked.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. We are dating ourselves.
Oh.
But
Well, our listeners know.
Yeah. And then I'd have friends that were like, hey, I work for the cell phone companies. I changed my caller ID. Whenever I call anyone, it says Brad Pitt. Have you seen that? I have friends that would do that. They would be like, yeah, I work for AT&T. Well, look, check this out. And then he'd call me and it would say like Brad Pitt.
Remember when you used to be able to go to a payphone and type 411 and find out the time?
Yes.
Yes.
And it would like connect to a human.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, "Can you tell me what time it is?" They tell you what time it is. Thank you.
You could also call someone collect, just say your name and hang up, and they could call you back.
Oh yeah.
My
yeah,
dad
On the
loved
payphone.
information. My dad would call 411 and then they'd be like, 411, what is the number you're looking for? Like, it was a thing.
1010 220.
You called, and then my dad would
Long
be like, my
distance.
dad would use it like as his personal assistant. He'd be like, I'm looking for a tire shop in Daytona. Like, and he'd like use it like OnStar.
How insane is it that there was a system where an American human would tell you
It was great.
whatever information?
And they
Yeah,
would really
yeah.
help you. And they would
It's
really help you.
awesome.
You pick up the phone 411 and you're like, "Can you tell me the directions?" Like they tell you
It wasn't
directions.
free.
Dude, movie
it wasn't
phone.
free. Our 411 wasn't free.
Oh, I remember remember I phoned one. Maybe
ours
maybe
was,
they tell you the time for free.
Yeah, but if you got the person, it was like it was like 10 cents. It was like literally like but at the time, my dad fucked up. He used it he was using it all the time. Like, he would never use a phone book. He would never, and he was a doodler. He would, like, get on the phone, and he'd go to make his calls. He'd call 411. He'd sit there and talk to him and doodle, and he'd be doodling and just carrying on a conversation. Yeah, he'd be chirping them up, chirping them good.
All right, let's play another voicemail.
All right. I don't know if this is about your training. We did get a voicemail earlier from Big Old Greasers.
Oh, my God.
Always good to hear from her.
Hey, Tom, Dan, and Sam. It's Simone, a.k.a. Big Ol' Greaser.
All right.
I am listening to your interview with the plumbing company. I'm having a brain lapse on a commercial time with Tom and Dan.
Oh, shots fired.
Tom goes on this long thing about the flapper going bad, and I was so happy to hear the sponsor say that it was the water, because I, too, live in Castleberry and have shitty-ass Castleberry water, and I was having the exact same problem where I was constantly having to replace the flapper. And then I got that good old Guardian Water Services to do the whole house treatment system, and I have never had to replace my flapper since.
Hey, brand new flapper on those greasers.
Don't do my coach like that.
So you basically live in the Flint, Michigan. Castleberry. Castleberry is the Flint, Michigan of Florida.
So Big Old Greasers lives in your neighborhood, huh?
You could set our water on fire.
And
it's an awesome trick, by the way.
Now, Sam is. I'm gonna give you a compliment. You give you the producer award. I mean, she definitely is.
Good.
No, but I'm just saying, like, as a producer.
Earlier this week, you said I was terrible because I didn't have a question for Keith David.
No. That was just my initial lashed out of anger for being so stupid. No, this is more about, like, you are on the right wavelength. A good producer knows when I play that. Is it about? What is that about? Why would I even play that? The reason I'm playing that, and Sam was picking up exactly what I was laying down, is that I didn't know that Coach Greasers lives near your house.
Oh, come on.
I live in Castleberry,
come on.
too.
It's Coach Greasers.
And when I'm in my bathroom,
I said
my
this wasn't
water
about
pressure
the show.
sucks, too.
No. I asked her for a favor. I said that we're not going to.
And I got that smooth.
We're not going to do this. I would have a meeting with everybody.
Tom, you want to see my new flapper?
No, it's not
brand
new. Come on.
Flap these cheeks.
Stop. No. Don't, Sam, don't get involved with this.
I love flap these cheeks. That's the best thing ever.
I need to learn how to swim.
You didn't tell us that she was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you didn't tell us that.
Does Crystal know that?
That's why I played that. Of course Crystal doesn't know that.
I will
thought
say
she tracked him.
that
we stayed at home.
Like we were planning where to actually meet and swim.
And I got my bike. I picked up my bike, and I got my bike done. It's all been fixed. Oh, can I tell you something real quick? My wife's like, hey, I'm out. I can swing by and pick up your bike at Orange Cycle. I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you for doing that. And she's like, wait a minute. You should probably come here to, like, check their work. And I'm like, check their work.
Are you going to start examining?
Hold on a second. Yeah. I said,
I don't know what they did.
Exactly.
They're the professionals.
Exactly. I said to her, this is going to come off like a really dickheaded thing. And I think you're rubbing off on me. I thought you'd be proud of me. I said, this is going to come off like a real dickheaded thing. Check their work.
Yeah.
If I would fix it myself if I knew how to fucking do it.
Right.
Check
their work.
Yeah, I'm confident that they did it right.
Yeah, I bought the bike there. Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Anyway, so I wanted to do it at the Baldwin pool that we race DJ in because it's heated.
It is heated.
And it's fucking cold outside in the mornings.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm a big pussy because she's like, well, we could train in my community pool, but it's not heated though. And then I'm like, ooh,
hard.
I was like, if Daniel will let us in at the Baldwin pool,
I will follow you to hell.
But then I felt like an asshole asking her to like come all the way across town to Baldwin.
I want to see the Greasers too. I'll meet you at the pool.
No,
I'll let you in.
Just because, and then
I'll meet Coach Greasers down there. I'll blow the whistle and work the stop.
I didn't want to act like I was a
pussy,
wussy, and then a cold would bother me. So I pretend I was like,
the cold never That'd be anyway.
Only a pussy would say the word pussy, right? Like,
Yeah, you said pussy before, and then you went down to pussy.
Yeah, because
Well,
that's
too
what
much
pussies
vulgarity.
do. That's what pussies
Too
do.
much vulgarity. This used to be the vulgarity show.
So then I was like, I like the cold. I like training in the cold. I was lying.
I like cold.
Trying to impress the woman. And then, of course, you're going to give her a compliment.
And he'll do anything a woman asks.
Yeah.
So.
But then
Get in the pool, you piece of shit.
But then I'm like, well, it's gonna be obvious when I do the move where I slowly get in, and then I'm like, and then I have to lower my tits in. And
you go,
Is it worse for women?
I would say so.
I feel
But
like
I don't know.
Our testicles, like everything's
We
tucked
got
inside.
8,000 nerve endings in our clit.
Yeah. But that's.
I think I got 9,000 in my dick. That's why I get paid more.
Isn't a clit?
I got 99,000.
It's the same, right? Isn't it the dickhead is just a clit?
I thought my dick.
I
Yeah,
think it
the
is.
dickhead is the clit.
Yeah, it just fell
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
That's science. I'm serious.
It is.
Daniel knows.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Yeah.
science.
Yeah.
You have a dick. It's just
It
didn't
just
form into a
shrunk
dick.
in-
It just said,
yeah.
I'll be a clit. And then
Yeah.
our dick said, blue.
But then sometimes you get the
Gross.
middle.
Yeah, that's called the
what-
China. China. Beautiful dogs. That's the only thing I can say. Ask
That's
Trump.
good. That's
the-
good.
Beautiful dogs. There he is. Sleepy Joe. Beautiful dogs. Beautiful. It's the only thing I can say. So I walk around my entire house just saying beautiful dogs, and Andrew's like, shut the fuck up.
I'm going to tell my sons, I'm like, just don't even try nothing. We live in a ridiculous, crazy world. Just do
Well,
whatever.
I think Tommy's already on that course.
Yeah, he's
He
doing
knows,
great.
yeah.
He bought a
He's
dummy
like,
for
the universe. What a-
He got a dummy for Christmas. Like, this
So
guy
he didn't even
gets
have to
it.
hang out with real
He was
people.
like, this guy fucking gets it. He knows. You want to plug some stuff and get out of here?
Yeah,
Or
well, we
you
can
want to do
go-
a couple more?
Well,
You want to do dump them out?
Oh, you know,
A variation
well,
of dump them out?
There's only a couple things, but this happened with Crystal, and
Oh,
she.
yeah.
So Crystal had a back and forth with Walmart customer service. She bought.
Oh, you said you didn't go to Walmart.
The creme de la creme.
I will tell you.
I love Walmart.
No, she's ordering stuff online.
It's the beautiful dog. Walmart's the best.
Apparently, we've gotten to the point now where it used to be like the cheapest things, and Samantha's mentioned this before, like it was always cheaper to go to Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's not the case anymore. Now,
No, it's
like
not.
prices have basically stabilized to the point where there are places you can find that are cheaper than Amazon.
Well, Walmart is also they're also like, you can buy things on their website that are third party and they'll ship it to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're basically doing
yeah.
the same thing Amazon
Yeah,
has been doing.
And you can sometimes get the stuff cheaper.
Yeah.
Because, it's and so we're
We
now
have
at this
stopped
point.
exclusively shopping at Publix. I mean, we go to Bravo.
Oh, you told me you're a Bravo boy.
I am a Bravo boy. You could ask my wife. She's in the chat room. That is not an exaggeration. We can save a lot of money and get products that you can't get other places by going to Bravo.
When I walk in, I'm like, who's cheering for this place?
God damn.
Although they do. You
Oh,
know who's cheering?
I
The-
want
the
pleasure
one-
when I'm shopping.
You know who's cheering?
Yeah.
You know why Maisie likes going to Bravo? Because on Saturdays they have a live reggaeton DJ. And she
Yes,
dance her way in.
it's a party.
She said that. We walk into Bravo and Maisie goes, do they always have a DJ? I'm like, yeah. She goes, this is great. I'm like, yeah, I told you.
It's a party at Bravo.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. Oh, yeah. So anyway, Crystal gets something for camping. She orders some sort of camping light. Because
Well,
we
what
had a
happened
camping
to the
trip
bucket
next-
light?
Apparently, she's moved away from the bucket light, and I didn't do this, but she was like, "The bucket light is too much, right? We could just get a regular size
Oh
light."
my God.
You ruined her joy.
I didn't ruin it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She brings this stupid big bucket light that she made. It's gigantic.
ridiculous.
And then they make the same like illumination.
like this.
yeah,
It's a cube.
headlamp.
They call it a light
Yeah, yeah.
cube. It'll like a
Yeah.
million lumens.
Yeah. Anyway, so she
So wait a minute.
slowly
You-
realized it,
You did
and I
too.
support that.
You ruined your wife's bucket light like I ruined your headband.
Yeah.
Don't do that,
Yeah,
man.
I like ruining things. You like everybody should ruin more. anyway, so she orders this light, and then it breaks immediately, and then so she goes to exchange it for a new one, and then they try to charge her more or whatever. It's all online.
Okay.
And then she's like, wait a minute, like this is I shouldn't be charged more. So she hit up customer service, right? And then she sent me 2 screenshots of her back and forth with customer service. And
No, it's the online chat.
It's the online
customer
chat.
Is this a
service,
bot?
yeah.
No,
It's
an
a real
actual
human.
person. So listen
Wow,
to
impressive.
Dude, Walmart's getting it together lately.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Now I don't know where they're from. Most likely India.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I wouldn't.
Ooh, I'd hate for somebody to find that out, but
yeah.
because they'll be roasted hard, right?
Not really.
Don't they try to pride themselves on the American
America?
worker? Or whatever?
I think customer service is outsourced for the most part by
Well,
big corporations.
here's how I know.
Like, they
Customer
couldn't-
service is terrible. So, of course.
Well, yeah, but imagine the people calling customer service at Walmart, because this is what the lady told Crystal, and I because it's a long conversation, I just highlighted the most ridiculous. So go ahead. Sam.
So it says, I just want to tell you something. I will be honest with you. You have been the most calm and understanding customer I've dealt with today. Thank you so much for that. It's very rare to get such a kind and understanding customer. I feel honored in assisting customers like you who talk so nicely and keep their calm despite having issues. Thank you so much for your kind words. You are such a nice person. I really wish all the customers were like you. Your words made me feel so much better right now. I really appreciate that. I will always remember you as the best customer
This
ever.
is nicer than your husband.
Now,
Did she get horny?
More compliments than your husband.
now, how ridiculous is that? I hope that's AI, by the way.
But I will remember you as the best customer
I will always
ever.
remember you.
Here's a little
I wrote
something.
a song about it. I wrote a poem about
Oh
you.
my god!
Now, Crystal ain't that nice.
Wow.
This is coming from someone who's lived with her for 25
You know,
years.
as someone who bought a home from her,
No,
she
I'm
was
saying-
very nice.
She can be.
She is.
She can be that nice.
But she's a regular person nice.
yeah.
Like, she just treats everybody with respect.
Correct.
So, like, but what I'm saying is, to get this response, Crystal didn't do something like Crystal's writing her poetry or something. You know what I'm saying? She's probably just regular. It's like, thank you, please. You know what I'm saying? They're standard. She's just giving this lady
Well,
the
this
standard.
is what the world's come to, though.
Yes, and this
But
lady.
the standard polite is
considered
like, oh my god, you're the best customer I've ever dealt with.
And then I immediately felt horrible for this human, if
course.
they are human. But because I was like, imagine the people this person deals with day to day, and how bad it must
the
be.
worst.
It has to be up there with one of the worst
When
jobs,
I worked
right?
in retail, it was the worst shit I've ever dealt with.
And I think it's worse.
It's got to be worse.
But
Yeah,
the-
I think
has
it
to be
is.
So
worse.
imagine retail with only you're dealing with mad customers that are buying garbage and complaining about it that it
Yeah.
doesn't. That
And people coming in with their camera phones and trying to start shit to get online.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a special type of person to do that.
Who? I mean, they have to be numb to it, right? But this person reacted
You
like
start
this.
getting callous to it, yeah.
But this person reacted so like they were like, you made my day.
They probably got shit on all day.
I know,
You know what I mean? They got Vince McMahon all day.
Yeah, the chat room
How
says
bad is
that
it?
this was, man, and it's rare that you catch somebody like this, but this was almost like a positive end of their rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like end of your rope, and then like people are either saying that's either AI or end of your rope. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That person sounds like they were about to walk
They were
out,
crying
and
at the end of the
they literally
day.
got
Yeah.
Crystal, and they were like,
Oh my God, there's
admit-
hope for the
Yeah,
world.
You know when it's kind of, what I would equate it to, what Sam's saying is like, and you've been training a lot lately. So like imagine like one of the hardest times you've trained where you're like probably one of the first times when you're extra sore and extra terrible,
Yeah.
and then you get back and then you've taken that shower and then you get that first ice cold water or Gatorade or whatever, just that first sip, like is it
it's
any
a
better?
relief.
Yeah, is it any better than regular Gatorade? It's not, but just the torture you've been,
Comparison, yeah.
right. The comparison makes it literally the best liquid you've ever put in your mouth.
But that's the sad part because,
It
like
is
I said, Crystal's response, Sam could read it,
Pretty
but
normal
it's
stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
It's just like, thank you for helping me today. I appreciate it.
right.
Like, it's not anything crazy.
Like, I appreciate your help.
and it's like, man, and then I was like, this has to be up there with the worst job, and some job I could never do. I would rather
Food
be a
service
roofer.
and retail is
Yeah.
rough, man.
But even with food service,
and they
if-
get paid shit. You get paid shit to deal with assholes all fucking day.
But if you're working the line, this is worse because it's everybody's already pissed
With
off,
problems,
is directed
yeah.
to problems with you. And it's
Yeah.
like customer service in retail, worst job
Especially at
ever.
Walmart.
Walmart customer service, Walmart, worst job ever. And
I'm trying to find that server. Did you see that server that walked out of her job on Reddit? Because, like, she just walked out. She's like, I can't do this anymore. And, like, her friend just happened to be on their phone, so they caught her, like, screaming and yelling. But it's because they gave her 21 tables.
God,
They're like, you're in charge of 21 tables. And she's just like, she's just like a full-on freak-out breakdown. Like, just, like, literally melting down. Like, I can't. This is this is an
It's the impossible task.
You're asking
so I'm
the
gone.
impossible. And I'm just, I cannot, just for my own sanity, I'm walking out.
I guess it'll right itself or correct itself in the next couple of years when, as a society, we just got to be understanding that restaurants are going to cost more if we want to be served by human beings. Like, there's no one who wants to do this job, apparently, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, so then we're sitting there, we're complaining that that our service is bad, but it's like, yeah, that's what it is.
That is the result of our actions as a society.
and it's just the way it is, and things have to change because apparently this, to do the server's job, it requires more of a salary.
Yeah,
and, no one. And
I mean, when you think about it, it can be a difficult job. It doesn't have to be, but I think most of the time to do it well, it's hard.
There's a reason why no one wants to do it, and that's it. I think the industry has spoken, and the reality is that everybody's understaffed. No one wants to work in food service.
It's true.
It's a horrible
job.
But
the number of people I see when I'm out that even embarrass me, just in
like secondhand embarrassment. Yeah.
Well, just like little things they say, and I'm like, well, that's not something I would, I'm like, who, like, it is a lot of, and I find myself like running that line in my brain of like, am I being a dumb old man? Because I don't think I am. I think I'm just doing baseline respect.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm overly nice, and I am a chirper, but in any, like, when I go get a sandwich, a sub, or whatever, these people are working for me. So I try to treat them really well. Well, I'm 25 thank yous.
Yeah.
You do it too.
Ask everything with a please.
Yeah,
and,
always.
Thank you.
Always.
But what's weird is like I feel like being a server is one of those jobs that is not that bad if you're getting paid good tips and you're at like a higher quality restaurant.
Sure.
Like I know some career servers, especially bartenders. Like people.
I have a lot of bartenders.
People don't leave their bartending. Yeah. I've heard even Fernando saying like he's a general manager of multiple restaurants and he's like, man, he fantasized about being a bartender again. He's like, back in my bartending days, like I would leave here with an insane amount of cash, and then all I do is have to show up. There's no other responsibility. Show up, you make some drinks, and if you're good at chirping and bullshitting,
he's great,
and get some regulars.
Fernando's amazing.
Like
at it,
you walk, like his brother's a bartender, and like he'll walk out on some nights like $280. $500 on busy nights, like $500 cash.
Yeah,
it's like you don't report that shit. You fucking and you just go and party. You work like 4 nights a week.
I also try to tip out the people that I see are having a tough time if I got them.
Oh yeah.
Like if I'm with them and then the table next to me is being complete
Dickheads,
assholes,
I will
and
make
I'm
up for
not,
it. Yeah,
I
will too.
I try. I mean, I can't do it all the time, but I will within reason. I'll try to bump up my tip even higher to be like, I'm really sorry.
So
man.
what's the reason? Because some people are killing it. But then other people don't want to do this job, So what's the reason why no one? Because I guess the servers at Chili's, they're not
There's a
banking.
lot more lower end.
Yeah.
Like
places that are not.
Everything's got to just turn high end. There can't be cheap servers anymore. Like you can't get served for cheap food because their margins aren't there.
Well, that's why you see so many tables served, right? Like most of your places that have high quality food, but you sit at a table. At least Orlando, the trend, and I'm thinking of places that we even work with, like let's say like Smokin' Donuts, right? We're doing their Valentine's Day deal.
Yeah.
They can do higher end food, but you walk to the counter, you order, you go sit down, they call your number, you go get it.
Like a quick service. Yeah.
That's how they're able to do it. I think a lot of those places, especially around here, and I think that's the trend in North America at least, is to do it that way.
There's that whole like I forget what it's called, but it's like Outback Steakhouse where it's just to go orders now. They don't even have a dining room or anything. Yeah. It's just you just go through the drive-through.
Did a lot of that where businesses realized.
So it'll probably be like it'll move towards either that or like a quick service. They'll just cut their menu in half and they only have a few items.
I think Hooters has that now too, right?
Yeah.
Called Hoots. We had a listener put that in there. I haven't been to one yet, but that's brilliant. If you liked Hooters wings and they do good at making them, it's just like quick serve wings.
There's whole kitchens that like staff will share like 3 different restaurants.
Right. Right.
And they're like separate, I guess, commissary kitchens, and they'll only run Uber Eats and to-go orders out of them. But it'll be like 3 restaurants, and it's just one kitchen.
Now, I am immature enough, like as a man baby, to when I found that out, that I'm like, oh, it's like a ghost kitchen, and it's like, let's say I'm just using examples. It's a McDonald's, a Pizza Hut, and also a Panda Express. I'm like, that ruins it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
only like that when they have like the combo.
You want the Panda there.
I want
when it's like a KFC and a Long John Silver combo. I can't eat there because I'm like the chicken's gonna taste like fish.
I kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Am I a bad person for wanting at least one Asian person on site? You know, I just feel like. Yeah, like I wanted.
And you look back, it's all just a sterile commercial kitchen.
Yeah, and the only thing they're changing is the bag. Yeah. And I'm like, like that ruined.
You're like, I want the seats and the paint on the walls.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I want the big Panda sign.
Yeah. I mean, like, as you get older.
Every customer wearing the uniform.
Yeah, the guy I'm going to see tonight has a line in some of his songs that make me think of that. You know, what robbed you of your youth? The truth. You know what I mean? Like when you start finding out that the kitchen is all in the same kitchen, they're just changing the fucking bag, you're like bummed out about it. You know, that's life.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yes,
Sam,
sir.
Are you doing a show over the weekend?
Yeah, so tomorrow we are going to be out at Rock Pit Brewing and Distilling in the Soto area, and we're going to have Beer Olympics. They're having a Beer Olympics event, and we have a Team Semantics, so if you want to come out and support us, you can do that, and we'll be recording out there, too. We're going to bring our mobile equipment, and you can find all of our shows and all of our information at semanticspodcast.com.
There you go.
Of course, the Tom and Dan Cruise 2024.com.
Yeah, sign up to go on that. We have a good group going. If you've never been on a cruise, I would say it's a good one because you'll have nothing but friends. Like, you'll have nothing but people looking out for you.
During the boat show, we kind of leaked a little bit about our next BDM-only party, and we think it's going to be really popular.
Probably the best one we've ever done.
So if you want to be invited, you and a guest, you have to be a BDM, and you have to be a current paying BDM. So check your account on TomandDan.com because we will only send invites out to all only current paying BDMs, and they get invited to the private party. And we're going to be doing that in combination with BDM Appreciation Week.
Yeah, like we've got all of that thing. I know Tom's been working his ass off to kind of set those type of BDM shenanigans kind of in motion. And then, yes, the party, if it goes, and you already signed it, right? Like, I think it's a done.
Oh, yeah, it's happening.
It's happening. So, yes, if you're not a BDM listening to this and, you know, it's been a minute, sign back up. You could go to this party that I will say this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be very fun.
We will see you on Monday.
All right, guys.
Perfect.